Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's our Tuesday night here at the Wrestling for Life Network. We bring you WWE NXT tonight on the road to Stand and Deliver. So much to talk about, so much to get into. New champs, new challengers, and a lot to figure out when it comes to Stand and Deliver. But we're going to be here all night long. We will be your live reaction to all the action, and it's going to be a fun one. So make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a part of the fun, be a part of the show, be a part of the family, and make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snack, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you NXT tonight. Lots to talk about, lots to get into, lots of twists and turns on the way, but we will be here for the next couple hours diving into all of it. I see that chat filling up already. Remember, we want triple digits in the chat, so tell all of your friends to join us here at the WFU at the Wrestling for Life Network. It's a crazy time. We are on the road to WrestleMania. We are on the road to Stand and Deliver. We are on the road to a bunch of stuff as we got crazy times, busy times up ahead, folks. So fill up that chat. Let us know what's on your wrestling mind. What do you want to talk about tonight as we are looking forward to this one? I will take a second, however, to remind you, I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, and that is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and speaking of things that we got to talk about, my guy, did you see RVD's inflammatory, incendiary comments about the IWC and how true they ring?
The only people offended by RVD's comments are the people he's talking about. We've talked about it for months. We've talked about it ad nauseum. We've talked about it at length, Nick. There is so many reasons to not behave the way a lot of people behave. And he's right. I think I said it on Wednesday last week of, I love AEW. We know the history of AEW. We support AEW. We want AEW to do well, but we call it out when it's bullshit. But I really, truly feel like my animosity towards AEW stems from this toxic environment, this ignorance, this toxicity that comes from you can't say anything. You can't even offer insight or constructive criticism, or else you're out the tribe. You don't belong. You're an idiot. You don't get it. You're a moron. I mean, God, this is RVD, a Hall of Famer. We've seen Bully. We've seen the list goes on. Booker T, you name it. We've had
there are Legends deals. They're Legends deals. They're WWE guys. They're paid off. They're shills. Like, it does go both sides. It does. There are some WWE fans that go a little too hard in the paint and everything. But it very much, the toxicity of our city, System of a Down reference, is very much more leans AEW heavy. That you can't have a negative opinion about AEW without your paid show, you're a grifter, you hate watch, dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow. You want this company to fail, all of that. You can't say anything critical without pitchforks and torches being lit.
And a lot of times, I mean, I understand. And yes, there's fans, there's crazy people everywhere. There's crazy on the left, there's crazy on the right. And here we are stuck in the middle with you. But I mean, again, but I do find that if I post something like, oh, I don't like what, WWE did last night, or I don't love this, a lukewarm response. Some people will chime in, oh, I can't believe that, whatever. But if I say anything publicly about AEW, it's like you said, it's all the usual thing. Not everybody is a bot, folks. Not everybody is being paid by the Fed. Not everybody is mindless drones. And I think the ironic part of a lot of that group is that the things they're accusing other people of, you're soft, you're this, you're that, it's them. You are what you say you are. Like, it's crazy.
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Thought they were. So, I mean, again, RVD is a legend. I know he's one of our faves, for multiple reasons. A fellow 420 advocate. So we got nothing but love for RVD. And I think it's stupid. I think it's immature. I think it's narrow-minded to not listen to people that have put in the minutes, not put in the time. Again, I mean, for a lot of us, we've never been in the ring in a stadium in front of a whole bunch of people. None of us have been world heavyweight champions and such. Like we don't have the accolades. We don't have the resume. But somehow BJ Bethel can make a report, and that guy's a genius, knows everything. But an RVD can't come out and say, this is my experience. It happened to O'Shea Jr. Like he turned his back on AEW because of how the fans treated him. And now look, he's got his own wrestling podcast. He's interacting with WWE talent. That's a guy that could have helped, be an ambassador for your brand if you could have embraced him. But no, you shun him because he said, well, I don't know who that is. Oh, you're a moron. You don't know? He
Google.
he sold out the Tokyo Dome in 2002. Like, fuck off.
Well, we need to make RVD the advocate and the supporter of the WFU movement and all that.
Yes, let's go. I saw that tag. It made me laugh. But again, lots going on. I mean, again, the buzz out there. Yeah, more and more celebrities seem to be getting behind the Fed, the big bad monster that is, where we really do have an advantage of, Bert Kreischer shows up last night. Tony Hinchcliffe's there. Some unknowns that we didn't need on TV, but they were there. But again, a lot of buzz, but a lot of good buzz, a lot of positivity. And know what I find super fun? Mm-hmm. A lot of the comments today I saw, oh my God, look at this card. Oh my God, 41's going to cook. Oh my God, they added this, they added that. Yeah, some people don't love poor Chad Gable. Poor Chad Gable. I'm so happy for Chad Gable. But overnight, a lot of people are like, hey, this isn't so bad. Like, folks, did you not know we were going to get matches? Did you not know they were going to book some shit? Are you not watching the weekly shows to realize where we're going?
Yes, you nailed it right there. Yes.
Facts.
Right. But speaking of facts and speaking of WFU and everything like that, should we say hi to the people? We got about 6 minutes before NXT kicks off.
Shoot, you take that one. Let's
go. We got Michael letting us know. Thanks for the upload. Well, we let us know about that before we did it, but I appreciate you still. Kadarius, what up? C-Money looking forward to seeing who squares up against Sol Ruca in the North American title tourney tonight.
Yeah,
Has that been advertised?
No, I mean, literally, this has been a funny thing with the WWE lately, and it's given me fits because, again, what we do here is on another level. So for some other people, it doesn't matter. But for me, it's a nightmare because, I got Wesley taking on Yoshi. Go, Yosh. We got the the debut of Dark State as a unit taking on the three contenders. I think that's going to be our match.
The triple threat main event at Stand and Deliver.
Jordan taking on Jada. And that's it. That's all that I have officially announced for tonight.
Fair enough. I had seen a match, a tag match with two of the guys, the swipe right guys from Evolve and everything. The WWE ID. I had seen that advertised, but not a ton. So I don't know if that's official list or not. Okay.
That is the thing. They challenged Fraxium. Fraxium said
they're going to lose. They're going to lose hard.
Oh yeah. I mean, again, and I mean, this whole swipe right thing's very new.
It's an Evolve gimmick. It's a WWE ID thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I've seen them have a few matches. I wouldn't say they're bad as a tag team. Just the gimmick doesn't work for me, dog. But yeah.
Well, I don't think we're the key.
We're not the key demo. We're not the key demo by any means.
That particular one. No.
Right. Joe, what up? What's that?
Our swiping days are done.
Yeah, no, I'm swiper, no swiping right now. Yeah. Damian looking for Parker versus Jordan Grace should be a great match. That's essentially a match that decides, I would say, who takes on Stephanie.
Yeah, well, that's how this plays out, right? Is Ava tells Steph she can pick her opponent for Stand and Deliver. These two women get in an argument, and Steph says, well, battle it out. My fear, maybe not a fear, but my concern a little bit Another triple threat.
Oh, you can't do that to me. After we just had one announced last night, which some actually surprisingly got well received, which I was surprised. I thought there would have been a lot more people that were, I can't believe they were going to do it. We knew it 2 months in advance.
Yeah, the writing was on the wall.
Triple threat. What's up?
The writing was on the wall for that. That's where I get a little confused by people of like, we knew they were building towards this. Why were we acting like it wasn't going to happen? The one thing I do find interesting about that one is like this. It's a slam dunk for Bianca, and I don't think it is.
No. You were very much in the camp of EO. I think it probably could go back to Rhea. But yeah, we had talked about this match being a thing pretty much since Bianca won the Rumble. That's the angle that they were going with it.
Oh, for sure. And when EO won it, it all made sense. It all fit in. But again, I would like, if I have any criticism right now of the booking in WWE, it's a lot of multi-men matches, a lot of multi-women matches. And I do think at times, and I've seen this debate online from people, I don't agree with it. But, you know, the idea that when it's a triple threat, sometimes you lack that cohesion in the storytelling, right?
Yes, it gets clunky because everyone has to be equal, 3 pieces equal. And then especially too with the match, then it becomes at times you get that tried and true method of it's basically a singles match, someone gets thrown out, and then rotate.
Now the good triple threat matches avoid that, so we will hope. But I think there's a lot. I think there has to be, you know, somebody I saw on X had put out like, here's a list of people that, can you believe they're not on I'm like, not every, like, this isn't participation medals. This isn't a Tony Khan booking where everybody in the company gets to be on the pay-per-view, even if they haven't been on TV.
Yeah, those are the same people that were upset when we would get DeAndre and everything and just get all of these huge, you know, get everybody on the pay-per-view type matches thrown on there.
Right? As we are 30 seconds, Nick. 30 seconds away.
Well, I'm going to rapid fire as all hell with some of these names. Eric, what up? Cherokee, Roman, the wrestling god. I should have let you do that one. Go ahead, hit him on it. Odds, what up? Keyshawn, Clay, AM Lion, AD and AZ, Jerome, Paul, Daniel, Barry Sports. Again, I keep clicking on the ones now because I'm clicking instead of you clicking. You should have read it off. But Maggie, what up? OG Dale, Vance, MDB, the champ is here. Knee-pad patrol on alert. Ronan, what up? Seaman, I think I got you already. 316, T's and P's to Kevin Castle. I saw this going around. I'm not too familiar with the dude.
Okay.
I know he's another content creator. I guess one of like the OGs of wrestling podcasts and all that. But so, yeah, T's and P's.
Yeah, no, T's and P's was a big outpouring of support and sadness. I personally don't have a whole lot of experience with Kevin Castle. So yeah, I mean, again, regardless, T's and P's for sure. But I got the
I have
then.
Oh, I'm at then now.
Now
I have now.
You have now then.
Oh God. We are forever.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Nick and I are syncing up. You can do the same, and we can watch together. There we go. We're ready to go. Get in that chat. I want to see triple digits as we hang over 70 already. So get in there. Be a friend. Tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. We open the show with Vacker.
Well, we're never lacquer for Vacker.
Right.
But Spaz here. Now you can read this one. Spaz with a $10 super chat.
Spazzer. K jiggity jiggity wiggity jiggity jam. And Slick Nick with a swervy shtick. How does he know about your swervy shtick? Like a guitar pick. I like that. Best day ever. Got a raise and a cool new shirt. I've been naked till now. But seriously, appreciate you guys. There you go. Yes, Spaz got his hands on some the Wrestling for Life merch. So congrats, sir.
Shout out, my guy. Appreciate you. I like that though. The swervy shtick with like a guitar pick, as I got Steph coming out.
Not wasting any time.
Right. Is this where she basically is gonna say that, you know, the winner of the match tonight between Jada Parker and Jordan's gonna be her challenger at Stand and Deliver?
Well, she already kind of said that. So this is her actually going to commentary. So she might solidify that or reiterate it for everybody. But that's the premise here of I don't have to pick who challenges me. Y'all can fight it out.
Right. But so we're kicking off with Jordan versus Jada. Sorry.
Yeah, we are opening with a banger tonight.
Oh, absolutely.
I thought this might be later in the show, folks. We will put a poll up. You let me know. Who you taking? Who you taking?
It's got to be Jordan, doesn't it? It's got to be Jordan. I love me some Miss Parker, and she's flown through. Remember when she was out there with OTM? We don't even see OTM anymore. They're missing in action now.
They're MIA, not.
Yeah, they're MIA.
But Gray's taking on Parker, folks. And we will throw this one up in the chat. Again, we are at the risk of having another triple threat. So I'll let y'all debate whether or not that's a good thing.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Party. Ricky Party. You got me all hot and flustered because Miss Parker.
Right? It's when you come to NXT, your name changes. It's supposed to be Ricky Bobby.
Exactly. Instead of Ricky Bobby, Ricky Party. It's Ricky Saints.
But yeah, Jada Parker has taken NXT by storm. She has climbed the ranks. She's jumped past so many people that she came in after. She's got size. She's got a look. She's got an attitude. She's got a confidence. Like Jada is a future champ in the ring with another future champ, and we're off and running.
Already out the gate. And that's the thing is the crowd's gotten behind her, and she's 100% capitalized on it.
Right.
Just brawling right now with each other, literally just rolling and throwing haymakers.
Absolutely. But you got through most. Paul, I see you. Theater of Absurd. ABJ, welcome back. Dale, the OG in the house. Let's go. See Money. How you doing? Dale, welcome back. Got you twice. Jose in the house. Maple Leafs at Panthers today. Big game.
Yeah, you still got the playoffs going in our fantasy league. My season's done now. I'm in official 5th place.
Yeah, I think was it Smile Mark? Did Smile Mark cap you?
No, it was T, I believe.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Smile Mark. I believe it's me and Smile Mark in the final.
Yeah, you two have been like the top 2 teams like the whole season. So
yeah,
twas to be expected.
It's gonna be. I mean, we're literally separated by a handful of points. I think I was a slight favorite, so it should be a good grind. Byron, welcome back. AM Lion, Joe, got
roll through Death Valley Driver.
Elbow.
Yeah.
Vance.
Well, a little bit of that H-bomb that Ilya throws.
Right? A little bit. It's what's up, Chris. Semi Vancouver. Now that's a lady. Let's go. Queen Steph. La Primera. I think I got that right, odds.
Yes, you actually did. So you're the Lucha guy. You get the Spanish right. You just don't get the Japanese stuff right.
Oh
no. Oh, she about to pile driver on the apron?
She's trying. Oh, Jordan claps the legs.
That's what Jonathan Gresham deals with every night.
And it looked like Jada was a little too heavy on the back end to get her up and over. But dropping her on the ropes. Down goes Grace. Grace for the win. What's the poll saying? 70% going Jordan, 23 going Parker, 8 going nobody.
Oh. 1, 2 count for Parker.
We'll be hearing from Ricky Saints tonight. Let's go. The new North American champion, folks.
Right.
I almost got it. I mean, the Ricky Saints thing led me to the fumble thing, which led me to think of something else. But we'll wait.
Fair enough.
Alex, how you doing?
I'm Cyrus Parker. I am for real.
Never meant to make Jordan cry. I almost fit. Ooh.
Literally just pulls her down and then hits her with an elbow.
Here comes the booty drop.
I like that she's got a move like that sets up to where she doesn't need assistance from the other person.
No.
As she hits her with the LeBron walk-off. I love the LeBron walk-off on it.
That booty drop followed by the walk-off is a real nice spot for her. As we go to our first commercial break. You got picture-in-picture?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the one time that when it's on CW, I get the picture-in-picture, unlike when it's on the Netflix and all that.
Okay.
No.
All right.
Spaz with another $5 super chat. I seen Gresham at Destiny a while ago. Destiny fans are mean sometimes. We chanted, "Where's your parents?" and booster seat at him. Oh boy. I love me some Gresham. He's my short king.
He's my short king. Facts.
Well, did you see the pictures of him out there with Grace with the giant boots on too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
With the boots on, 5'8".
Right. But sorry, you were talking about Gresham.
Gresham's Gresham. I mean, again, a lot of people were wondering if he'd mosey on to NXT or something. I just don't know. I don't know what you do with him. Oh,
I think you could make him work in NXT.
Maybe.
Heritage Cup guy. He brings back and makes that a technical thing again.
Maybe. But Jada working the back. Did a hard-hitting match out the gate tonight, guys and girls. Jason, how you doing? Cherokee, I see you. Floyd, welcome back.
Oh, the Sub KJ Nick on April 26th, AW gonna go 3-hour show.
Yes.
I've heard that denied.
Oh, no?
That it's just gonna be a regular 2 hours. Yes. And from the shill himself, Dave Meltzer, good old Tuna, talking about AW.
Okay.
And it's gonna be just 2 hours.
Okay. So what are they gonna do with Collision?
No, that's what it is that it was Collision was going to be 3 hours.
No,
for some reason.
What I had heard was Collision is moving to the Wednesday and they're doing like a mega Wednesday show.
Oh, is that the date? Well, because I had heard that they were doing it's almost going to be essentially 4 hours. Because I saw something from your favorite website of Cultaholic saying, what was the goddamn headline? Rumor killer on AW airing 3-hour episode of Collision on April 26th.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if
TNT's schedule lists the April 26th edition of Collision as airing from 8:30 to 11:30 Eastern following coverage of the NBA playoffs. Dave Meltzer has since reported in the F4W Online Daily Update, however, that people in AW have said the show will be a regular 2-hour episode of Collision on April 26th.
So, yeah, so what they've done is, like, as far as TNT's advertising goes, because the show can start anywhere within that window, but it still will be a 2-hour show. It just might not start till 9:30.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That makes sense. But I did see what you were talking about of them almost pairing Dynamite and Collision like together. Do you think Collision moves to Thursdays?
I would fully fucking support it. I'll tell you that much.
It goes head to head with Dynamite, or not Dynamite, with TNA Impact.
Yeah, I think so. Why not? If you are the second best wrestling out there, and why not? Well, I mean, don't be afraid of TNA. You have better distribution. But at the end of the day, I think that a Saturday nights is a tough one. They get moved a lot. They get preempted a lot. My God, dude, if you had told me 2 years ago AEW will move a major pay-per-view for a Saturday night main event, I would have laughed at you and said, no fucking way. So it blows my mind. We'll go live at 3:00 to avoid a Saturday. That's like trying to avoid a battle of the bells.
Right?
Jordan
had to work to get her into this tombstone position. And then turns it into a throwaway. When you've seen that?
She's strong as shit. It's just Jada's such a big lady.
Well, she's bottom heavy, my guy. She's pear shaped. Yeah, 100%. That's why it's hi, Miss Parker. But yeah, Jordan very much had to work for that. But I've never seen someone from the tombstone position turn it, and I'm just gonna literally fucking bag of sand toss you sack of potatoes over my head.
As we are we just got the graphic as we get more qualifying for the North American women's ladder match that's taking place. So we will get more qualifying for that. 3-hour AEW weekly AEW show is Cruel and Unusual Punishment. I haven't heard any serious discussion about it moving to 3 hours. It will be death for this company. It will not be good. It will be a wasted hour. SmackDown's having trouble giving us a good 3 hours. I don't
3 hours does not work as weekly television and wrestling. 2 hours, 2.5 tops.
I think Raw has been real good at that, like 230, 235. I like that.
220, 215. Like they hover in that range. That's like the best you can go.
It's too much. Wow.
Whoa,
Jordan.
whoa.
Huge
the neck breaker, the KOD out of the neck breaker there.
2.
Ophelia, what up? Evening, gents.
I feel
That's
your
the first
pain.
time I've been called a gent.
We gotta feel your pain. I gotta shout that out. That's real well.
There you go. He should have been here on Sunday. You would have been feeling our pain for sure.
Right. Let's go.
Kareem, what up? Oh,
she got that reverse choke, but the knees.
Yeah. The thing is, think about this. Jada Parker's going toe-to-toe with Jordan Grace right now in this. And it's not Jordan's making Jada look good in this type of match. Like this is a toe-to-toe.
Yeah.
Jada is her. Carmelo's him. Jada's her. Oh, what is it with dives in WWE and people being short as hell? Is Jordan okay?
They got us the topes. Yeah. Jordan down hard, but Jada, to her credit, turns and slaps the taste out of Vacker's mouth.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Jordan, Frazier, Jay. Yeah.
Triple threat.
It's an ongoing issue.
Hitting their foot on the second rope.
God damn it. We're now, match is thrown off. Disqualification. Here we go. Triple threat. Pitchforks and torches will be right outside KJ's
house. Wait a minute. Julia! Look who's back.
If she's going to go fatal four-way now.
Well, yes.
We're not taking people away from this match as they hit the co-op drop kick there.
I find, we'll get to it in a second, as both women bump each other and realize that.
Headbutt from Julia to Steph. So again, fatal four-way, everybody's going down.
Julia just with new hair says, "I got this."
So what's with the whole? She was dinged up. She dropped the belt. What's all of that about? If she's right back at it like a jackrabbit.
That was what I was gonna say, but I was just kind of waiting for it to play out. As Julia rocking my favorite color on top of her head, it looks solid. But yeah, so if she's coming back around, why did all the other stuff happen?
Yeah, we took a fucking roundabout way. We went around the block when we could have just crossed the street.
Yeah, I don't get. So it looks like we're getting a fatal four-way at Stand to Deliver as Julia is back.
And just ends that segment of her standing tall over Stephanie raising the NXT title. Yeah. So if it's not going to be just Steph versus Julia to Electric Boogaloo, then it's got to be a fatal four-way.
Yeah, the only thing I can think off the top of my head, Nick, is like it was a matter of like, she's hurt. And then they pulled the trigger on changing some shit up. And
turns out she wasn't hurt that bad. What?
As right now, we are getting the run back of last week's North American Championship match.
Did you catch that? I saw that someone did a short of it of Stance was out there literally like blessing all the ladies that he passed as he was out there strutting and walking with spears.
Right? It's so good. Yeah.
As who became a member, Ken becoming a new member. Shout out, my guy. Appreciate you. As I see Mega Ronan again. We needed them today, and then why? What did we need? Well, yeah, thank you, by the way, for sending your sugar honey iced tea weather that you were talking about last night of just random snow and everything. We got that today, but it didn't stick, so it was just constantly snowing and cold, but it didn't actually like amount to anything.
Yeah, the snow didn't stick here either, but it was a cold day. It was like bullshit cold. Like I'm trying to think in my head, like 23 degrees Fahrenheit, 25. Like
just tell us in Celsius. I can make it. It sounds colder in Celsius.
-7 Celsius when I woke up today.
Fair enough. Because I got Hank and Tank in the back. I need me a Hank and Tank jersey.
Yeah, not bad shout. A swipe right here causing trouble again. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. And
yeah, this is literally Hank and Tank is us, and that's swipe right. It doesn't work for us, dog. Fucking Zac Efron looking ass.
The other guy looks like what's his face?
He looks like Brad, the oldest brother from Tool Time.
Yeah, he does. He really does. But
if you remember Tool Time, your back hurts. When you stand up out of a chair, you go, oh. You do the Tool Man shit.
Let's go. Let's go. All right, Fraxium coming out. But do not have a graphic for
that. I miss cold weather. Arizona already going to get 100-degree temperatures this weekend. What the fuck, spring season?
It's not my favorite. It's not my cup of tea. Not my cup of tea.
But it's a nice excuse to stay indoors.
As I got older, though, I am so done with winters. I am not a fan of the cold weather anymore.
Oh yeah,
I'm getting soft. I'm getting soft.
Man's about to turn into this. Does anyone, as we go from Fraxing's entrance to video package for Triple H Hall of Fame, does anyone else get video packages for the Hall of Fame, or is it all just Hunter?
Just the headliner.
It's all. This is Hunter going into the Hall of Fame and supporting and opening acts.
What would the natural disasters package look like?
Tsunami, earthquake, destruction. Boom! You show highlights, everything like that. You're telling me with Michelle McCool, Taker's wife, he can't get a video package? Not a nothing. You can't show me anything about the match that you're inducting for the first time.
Well, that you could probably do, but
they won't. They haven't.
Triple H will be on Jimmy Fallon tonight.
There you go.
But hey, they're selling us hard on the guy running the show, so there might be a little bit look selfish. Yep, selfish. I'd be too. Fuck him.
I mean, this is a little bit of his fucking victory lap. A little bit. I'll give him that.
Right. Are you guys in Ontario? I'm in Ontario. He's in the US of A.
I'm in New Hampshire. By way of New York. I'm on all the new places.
All the new
New York and New Hampshire.
More power. Fraxium for the win. I guess I'll put a poll up. I completely forgot about the last one. But let's go, folks. Show off to a cooking start. So, I don't know what to make of this Julia thing, dude.
Yeah, I guess it's a proof positive of don't trust the dirt sheets, but it's still, even regardless of the report of her being injured, why did you do the circle back? Like, why did you go? That's the best comparison I can get with it is you went around the block to cross the street.
I can't say it because I'm not in the room, and unlike other people out there, we don't pretend like we're in the building and we have, source. A friend of a friend told us
sources. Trust me, bro.
No way they set up that title versus title match, and then went through the effort of dropping, then going through the effort of relinquishing the North American title, putting a ladder match together just because. Like, there had to be more, whether it was an injury, whether it was like there was an issue with their visa and they had to work it out. They weren't sure if it was. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is to this. On the surface, makes little to no sense that you push these, both women come into the company, they both have their success. And I know some people try to imply like, well, Steph kind of took the world by storm, and she did. But I can't imagine they pretended like, oh, well, Julia drops the belt, but then is going to challenge for it 3 weeks later. I mean, that's a struggle.
Yeah, this feels very much like they thought they were going one way and got good news and were able to come back around. And how do we pull this all together here? Because, I mean, at the end of the day, however we got here, let's be honest, we're getting Stephanie versus Julia versus Jordan Grace versus Jada Parker, I assume, for the NXT Women's Championship at Stand and Deliver. That sounds like a hell of a match to me. Granted, it's a fucking convoluted ass way to get here, but we got here.
Right.
Like, are you against the match because of the weird way that we got here?
I'm not against it because I like all four women. That's the saving grace, right? I mean, sorry, Jordan, but yes, it is. I mean, Jordan, Miss Parker, Steph. I mean, I know we had a botch in this, but I mean, we're getting quality matches from quality talent. Jordan's a future champion. Miss Parker's a future champion. Julia was a champion. So that kind of gets them out of hot water that way.
Yeah, that's the thing, is the talent will get you out of it. It's just it's a weird way of how we got here.
It is. And that's why I said there's no way that this was just like they were sitting around and they're like, no one would make this story really interesting. We'll give her both belts. She can drop one. Then, like, it was just the story.
This was not the initial plan. This was not the initial plan of how we got here. The end result might have been the plan. How we got here was not the plan.
Facts. And I honestly thought they were setting up like Jordan versus Julia one-on-one for the world title. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And the argument's going to come out. And I saw it, Triple Mania, another multi-person. Like, just be brave enough to pick two people to fight.
Yeah.
We're going to get a fatal four-way for the women's. We're going to get a triple threat for the men's.
Yep.
We're going to get, like, it's
multi-man mania. It's the MCU. It's the multiverse saga here.
Like, if I'm being real, I don't love all the like, you throw in a triple threat, throw in a ladder match. I love it. But I mean, when every match has 6-7 people in it, it's hard to pick a horse, hard to pick a pony and get behind it.
Yeah, well, we talked about it earlier, it's hard to execute really good storytelling with it because you've got to split the pie instead of 50-50. Now you've got, 3 ways equally. Now you're getting into Steiner mass when you get into 4 ways and everything.
Yeah. But we got the Culling, who's a little morose after the loss last week. Sean Spears dropping that title. Come to Florida.
Are you a bigger fan of the Culling or the Death Riders? Because they feel like they almost want to be like similar-ish.
Culling or the Death Riders? Culling's hasn't done as much as the Death Riders, but they're more cohesive and coherent.
Does it not though? Like, it's like the same vibe at least. Am I on the same wavelength? Right? Yeah.
Not great on the execution, and I know we've seen constant online debate right now about the Death Riders, and people are trying to sell us on the Moxley's numbers are better than anyone else. I need people to truly quickly understand, if you drop a human being on a board with spikes in it, that's going to get a shit ton of clicks. Moxley himself isn't getting the clicks. The shock jock bullshit is getting the clicks. Again, he hasn't been a good champion. I know this because even if I don't feel that way, some of the most diehard AEW fans have turned on this situation. Not all of us can be wrong. It's not good. Well, just wait. You'll see. When Jack Perry comes back and they put the Elite with the Death Rider.
Is he the wild card in the Owen?
He could be, which is a wet fart.
I don't mind me some Jack Perry, but we're going to get into a whole AEW discussion if we keep going down this rabbit hole. But
I just don't get it. I don't get it. And I mean, this idea about Darby, and I saw Meltzer trying to defend stuff. It's fucking stupid. Darby is not the savior. Like right now in wrestling, Joe Hendry's a world champion. We got Obafemi, Cody Rhodes, Gunther, and Darby Allin's going to be the savior of an 80-pound emo kid is what everyone can't wait to save the company. Get the fuck out of here.
But he'll be a hero once he climbs Everest and everything.
That's next week, I think. But it's got to take a day or two to get up there. No? Like, what do you mean?
In a day or two? What are you talking about? That's like a week-long excursion. Right? That's a staycation type shit. But yeah.
Back next week on Dynamite after climbing, like frostbite in the eyebrows still and shit. Like, what are you guys hoping for?
He's just shaking to warm up. He just showed up to get warm. But Theater Reserve call it triple man. Well, with the amount of Hall of Fame video packages we've got and multi-man matches, you might as well call it Triple Mania.
Right. You might as well. You might as well call it Triple Mania, but I do think that one is taken.
Yeah, You can buy them out.
Oh shit!
What?
I just realized something, but it's okay.
Oh, fair enough. But I got Todd saying what up as
Right.
I saw us flirting at triple digits. We were at 100. Let's see if we can get back up there. We're floating around 92. Let's do it to it. But yeah, we've got Swipe Right versus Fraxium and over under 5 minutes in this match. I wish I would have known that when I said that when I knew when the match started. But I'm taking Fraxium to win this clearly.
I can't believe 12% of the people took Swipe Right. Is that like just
that's the entire Evolve audience, and I say that respectfully,
right?
just because like I watch Evolve, but I don't dig into Swipe Right.
Fraxium's ridiculous. Like the
they are the last beacon of hope in tag team wrestling right now, in pro wrestling as a whole, in tag team wrestling.
Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know if it's that.
Name me 3 other tag teams.
MCMG, DIY, Street Profits right now.
Well, as we got topes all the way around, but
I think they should dissolve one of the tag titles, though. I think it should be one tag title like the women. You don't need 2 divisions. Right now, the War Raiders are up shit's creek without a paddle. And even with the New Day, people don't seem overly into it.
No.
But if you had one, if the Viking Raiders or Street Profits were going around and they were fighting everybody, like if Fraxium was champion, they show up on Friday, they fight MCMG. They show up on Monday, fight the War Raiders. I think it would add a little more competition.
Are you just saying you want Fraxium on the main roster? Is that what you're just trying to say?
Mm-hmm. I think post-Mania they should be.
I think they should be come Mania. I sounded like Von Wagner saying that. I digress. I apologize. But yeah.
As Swipe Right is in control, as Zac Efron and Dave Franco are just going to work. Tell me that's not Dave Franco.
I didn't know his name. I just know James Franco. I was like, what's his younger brother's name?
Right. Little Franco. Waiting for fucking Neighbors to break out. Where's Seth? Where's Seth Rogen?
No, so the blonde dude on Swipe Right looks like he came up short. It's Botch Tuesday tonight on NXT. Everybody's short on dives, but Spanish Fly from the Spaniard. Is that just a fly then?
Fly.
Yeah. But you have the blonde dude from Swipe Right who looks like the oldest brother of Home Improvement, and you have brunette there on Swipe Right who looks like the oldest brother from Boy Meets World.
No, I kept thinking like, fuck, he looks like Franco's kid brother the whole time.
I'm going back to being so wrong, but it's so right to be so wrong. A standing shooting star from Fraxium or Fraser. Two count.
Zachary Ty Bryan is the name we were looking for. I thought it was Zach. Apparently he's in jail or was in jail.
I thought you were going to hit me with a Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
No, Jonathan Taylor Thomas was a thing once upon a time.
Tags in across the board.
This is the pace is crazy. So I'm okay if there's a slip here or a slip there, or because of the pace.
It's a fast-paced tag team match, which it hasn't been a thing for a while in NXT or in WWE, I would say.
This is what the tag team division could and should be, especially when you do have teams like MCMG in the mix. There's a lot here, and I feel like, how long has Fraxium been tag champs?
I want to say almost a year, close to it. Step up Inzaguri from Axiom, but I mean, think about it. They were pretty much most tag champs for most of last year. Super Spanish Fly. Again, it's just a fly because it's from a Spaniard, but
in March 2024, Fraxium participated in the tag team tournament.
3. I held up 4 because it was so dominant. It was a 4 count instead of a 3 count, but Fraxium picks up the win. Philip saying, hi, KJ Nick. Take tomorrow night off, KJ. Save your sanity. I have no hope for Tony Khan.
Oh, I'm itching for it. It's the complete opposite. I'm looking forward to the fallout of Dynamite. I want to see, like, there's not a whole lot announced. Like, usually, like last week and the week before, Tony is better announcing the full card. And
Right.
we can debate the pros and cons of that, but it doesn't matter. There's not a lot announced for tomorrow. There are some things, but I want to know. I want to know what the Bucks are doing. So if some people out there want to argue, well, they're making you want to find out.
Do they start the show?
I think they should.
They need to. You need to follow up on the biggest talking point here.
Whoa. Did Fowler get done?
My guy. There might be multiple reasons why people are big fans of the NXT women's division. I'm just saying.
I feel like we're about to get the whole maybe we're double DX. Ha ha ha. Like what?
They put the TNA in the NXT TNA.
Right. As ladies and gentlemen, we go to commercial break. We are rolling through. Don't forget, like we've already mentioned, we are back tomorrow for Dynamite. The Young Bucks, after everything that happened, the fallout from Dynasty. Where does Hangman fit into all this? Where does Moxley fit into all this? Is Jack Perry coming back? Who's going to advance in the tournaments? Lots to talk about. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be insane. We're here for it. I feel like you're chomping.
No, I wanted to talk about a point that we had talked about on Monday that had fallen up at the end of Dynasty, of when Swerve was out there and said, just for my amusement, fuck Booker T.
Okay,
and
we'll do that after. I saw
your that's why I was waiting, and you just called me out on it.
I was like, what did he do? But we're all
hungry hippo, okay? Calm down, calm your jets.
I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we are also back on Thursday, as we bring you an epic prediction show. We jump into WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver. We're going to break down the cards. We're going to talk about it. Myself, Nick, and Anthony will all be live to Thursday night, 8 p.m., and we're going to break it all down. It's going to be a fun one. The reason we're doing this on this Thursday, because next Thursday is our mega stream. 4 shows, 1 night, 2 hosts. It's going to be pretty. It's going to be fun. We got lots to get into. Maybe 3 hosts, actually. I don't want to sell that out yet. But yeah, should be stacked.
Absolutely one. Now, see, now can I say what you were calling me out of? We'll go back to Lazy Susan style.
Let's go.
Yes, we had, obviously, we talked about, so there's been the ongoing beef again. To hell with the Culture Vulture DJ Vlad, but I digress on that. That you had the beef between Booker T and Swerve, of Swerve ends Dynasty after the crowd's already gone home, and he talks about diversity and this and that, and I'm not going to get into that aspect because I don't have the complexion for it.
You're not allowed.
But he sat there and, for my amusement, fuck Booker T. And Booker T responded to it, and I think he took the best, way he can go about it. And I actually really respect how, regardless of how you feel about Booker, anything like that, he did the best response he could to this, 100% of saying, I wish Swerve the best and everything like that. My only thing would be, don't leave the people home. Like, don't send the people home talking about the pay-per-view and everything like that. Like, and I'm the last thing brought up. Send them home talking about the pay-per-view. Don't send them home talking about me and some fucking online beef that we've got.
No, I mean, Booker's a pro, Booker's a vet, and I think, the old school guys in particular really stand on respect. And Booker T's handled it. It doesn't respect. It doesn't matter.
That's the thing. You can't say you love TNA Booker commentary, and I can't slip in a respect.
Right? Nailed it. But ultimately, Booker T said it best. And I think I said it last night. I'll say it again, that this is another example of AEW hurting AEW, because Booker T has a bigger fan base than you do. So be careful. You piss off a lot of people when you shit on a Booker T. But ultimately, it's fatal influences in the ring. But Booker T said it best. You just finished a pay-per-view. Dude just got his ass handed to him. 2 little white boys held that man by his arms and kicked him in the face. And then he jumps up and says, fuck Booker T. Why not fuck the Young Bucks? Why not put it on your business? Keep your personal shit. It's like any other job. Leave your personal bullshit at the door. And Tony Khan's got to do a better job. Again, I thought, we all chuckled at Tony Storm. but there's your boss sitting right next to you, looking like a clown as you're being vulgar and over the top. It's a bad look. They look unprofessional. We've seen Moxley tell fans to fuck themselves live. Like, get that guy the fuck out of here and fuck this and fuck that. Like, guys, it's not about being squeamish about the language. It's not about I'm not taking a side in the debate between Swerve and Booker T. I actually think somebody pitted them against each other, as Nick touched on, but it's none of my business. But it should not be. It should not be done, because even if you were sitting at home or you are somebody that knows enough of the situation, Swerve looks bad, whether he's right or wrong. He looks stupid. He looks unprofessional. He looks immature. And then Booker T did the perfect thing.
He took the high road 100% with that.
Well, because Booker knows I'm going to bump into you on purpose, like I did it. I'm going to bump into you again, like I did in Virginia. And I talk to you to your face. We'll see if you say fuck Booker T the next time I bump into you.
Yeah, well, and then even though there's a whole little side fucking story arc with this when it comes to AJ Francis and everything, but I digress with that. But yeah, we've got Jasmine Inks versus Soul. As I like how everyone instantly jumped on the respect.
Yeah, you have to.
Main Event Mafia, shout out.
It would.
What was it? It was like Chet Black, or what was it? Chet Black and something else or whatever, when it was Kevin Nash and Booker T on commentary.
Yeah. Well, we talked about it last night when Booker took it upon himself to just do the commentary while he fought.
Yeah, well, that's why I love that. Oh, Booker T can hit him again with another stomp. Oh, another stomp from Booker T. He's in there on the microphone. But we got Jasmine Inks versus Sol Ruca. Let us know, folks, who you taking, and why is it Sol Ruca?
I think Booker T was like the best part of the Main Event Mafia. Everyone was trying to be serious, and Booker was killing it.
He's the only one that made the King of the Ring gimmick work with King Booker.
Yeah, I think there's two names that come to mind when you say King of the Ring for me, and it's Booker and it's Owen. Those are the two.
Fair. Well, actually, you have someone who won it, but it didn't give a shit into the crown gimmick. But Austin's whole thing, you talk about your Psalms, your 316s. Well, Austin 316. That's after he won the King of the Ring. Right. Yeah.
But Jasmine, who we haven't seen wrestle much due to injury, in the ring, Soul's been on fire. She's another lady that's really endeared herself to this crowd. So this should be fun.
Well, it seems like I assume we're going to get Soul advances here. So we're going to get Soul and Zarya against each other, theoretically, in the women's North American title ladder match there. Because the Soul and Zarya tandem is growing. On me. Excuse me. Apologize.
Swipe Right is legit. I mean, based on what I saw tonight, they look really good. They look really like young, green, but my God, they're working at a great pace.
That'll be that should be a poll. Do you swipe right on Swipe Right, or do you swipe left?
God damn it. I already got a poll up. 88% taken.
Well, we can have two polls. We can raise the mess.
Oh my God.
You set me up, my guy. You can't put the ball on the fucking tee and expect me not to try and hit it out the park.
Yeah. What is this, a night with Xavier Woods? We're going to have two polls?
It's called fencing, my guy. It's called fencing.
But we are off. Sol Ruca up against the ropes. Jasmine working her out.
You can't say that after what I said.
What'd you say?
Never mind.
Yeah, I thought so. Signs 1 year deal with the Chargers. There you go.
There you go. Shout out Boston, though, by the way. But Benny and the Jets.
Have some Advil. Listen, I got better than Advil. And it's green and it's
we got other vitamins.
It's going to be a heavy vitamin night, trust me. What about King Mabel or Edge's King of the Ring Stanley Cup? Now that's pretty dope. King Mabel, yeah, but we kind of forget about Mabel at times.
Well, no, we don't need to talk about King Mabel at all. I was like, what are you so excited about with King Mabel? Oh,
it came up in the chat. I just read the comment.
I don't understand that, but did you actually enjoy that? Did you actually enjoy this man having to be carted out with like 15 people underneath him on the fucking throne because that shit's gonna topple over?
It was epic to watch every time.
It was painful to watch.
Yeah, for the people holding it.
Exactly.
If you let it play out and the story ends up bad, is that liposuction. That is great, Spaz. That is hilarious. I love good wordplay. The thing about the let it play out theory, like when we say, well, let this play out and we'll see where it goes, that's one thing. But if on the way to it playing out, it sucks, the playing out doesn't matter. Moxley sucks no matter how this plays out.
Facts. Well, that's why it's, to me, it's an incursion of terrible timelines of when you're involving the EVP storyline with that mixed with the Death Rider storyline. I don't care if it's long-term booking. I don't care if they've, always been in cahoots the whole time. Right. Unless you can, in like 48 hours, pull it all the way around and make it 1, 2, 3. Hey, shout out to homie NXT with Najee out there. I just saw him.
So they're heading to Stand and Deliver.
Yeah, well, that makes sense. I bet you. Well, if there was anyone out of, so we've got Kalani, Zarya, and Soruka that are all qualified for it. We got 3 remain. But if there was someone out of Fatal Influence that was going to take the pinfall, it was Jasmine Dinks.
I'm going to be straight up. I'm picking Sol Ruka to win that ladder match.
And that's not a bad shout. That's not a bad shout.
And then Zarya gets mad at her, and then they have a beef, and then Zarya eventually gets it.
Fair enough. I would almost just take Zarya just to spite you, but I can't say you're wrong in your choice, sir.
I mean, we don't know the full card yet, like the full match, but right. Sol Ruka to me, I mean, I'm a sucker for, a beach.
You're a sucker for a soul sucker, is what you were trying to say.
Snatcher, for the record.
Well, soul snatcher. Well, soul sucker, soul snatcher, whatever.
There's a difference between a snatcher and a sucker, folks.
Just aim. Just aim.
It's an important distinction.
Jesus. Javon out here. Now, do you find it interesting that, like, even Javon's kind of pointing out that Trick's just become Carmelo?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's great. I think you take the obvious criticism, you take the obvious critiques, you take some of the stuff that the fan base at large is thrown out there, and you take it and you shove it down someone's throat. Back to the previous conversation, apparently.
Right. Moving on.
But yeah, I think Javon using that, that's a bit of a soft spot. That's an easy button to push on Trick.
Right. MDB clarifying for those who didn't know, a snatcher and a sucker are 2 totally different services. Different price ranges. They cost. Seriously, are we not doing phrasing? What?
Wait, what? What are we not doing?
Probably a few things, but
all hail the Macho King. That's Macho King, definitely one of the GOATs, top 3.
Yeah, actually. I mean, well, Christ, does Jerry the King Lawler because King in the gimmick, but that was like his whole gimmick. King. So
right.
Yeah.
We are in.
I love this. What in the wrestling force snatch did I walk into? Lady B, I love you. I appreciate you.
That's a good one.
That's always with the one-liners.
That's timing is everything in this world. So there you go.
Yeah.
Great timing.
Well, and by the way, shout out Spaz for dropping the subliminal bars. You know how to sit there and slow it down for you.
Right.
But I feel like you had talked about a while ago. You got into a thing. You were thinking about this, that, and the third, and we're holding back on waiting to talk about something. I could be wrong, but did you have anything in the chamber, my guy?
I don't know. We've been so all over the place tonight, my guy.
Welcome to the funhouse here, my guy. But yeah, as I'm in commercial break, Lady B is a true gem to the chat. There we go. Absolutely. I like that. That's the thing is, that's the best thing. One of the best things about this is the chat has its own personality. It's got its own cast of characters. Oh, here we go. Hey, that was at least quick this time. It wasn't just you awkwardly going around like this for like 5 minutes trying to get do I gotta do this over here? Look at me, I'm over here.
I know what's happening. I'm happy at work. There we go.
There we go.
But we are in a commercial break right now, folks. The show is rolling on, but I don't know what we got up next, but we are going to talk about it. And again, I know a lot of people are talking about Dynamite, but I will say, for better or for worse, I am looking forward to Dynamite tomorrow. I'm looking forward to Friday SmackDown. I want to know what's going to happen there. And again, we are literally days away from WrestleMania. So there is an insane amount going on in every aspect of this channel right now. So I'm looking forward to what we got coming your way, folks.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy to think that we're all of these shows, and I hate trying to keep using it for all of the call outs and all the tweets and everything for the streams and everything. But everything's like the penultimate show. We're 2 weeks away from WrestleMania season. How fitting is it that WrestleMania for us this year happens on 420? Night 2 of WrestleMania. All of the 420s watching John Cena versus Cody Rhodes.
Yeah. It might be like the first time ever. I'd have to go through our archive, but we will be live on 420 at 420.
Yeah, facts, actually.
We can make that happen. So, church. We're going to church, folks.
Take me to church.
Where's Stoner Jesus?
Yeah, he was there and he popped away. But Brandon, right. What up? Jose, you're good, my God.
KJ here too. TikToks. Yes. Oh.
I like this though. NXT snatch and deliver.
Yes.
So good. KJ, how do you feel about Vladdy Jr.? So this has been coming up. I know you mentioned it about, or you talked about it a bit on Monday. So your baseball talk, Vladdy, 14 years, 500 million.
Again, baseball contracts are nuts to me because I mean, guys are getting paid like they might not even they get paid like hundreds of $1,000s per inning and don't even touch the ball.
Bobby Bonilla's day is still a holiday. This man's still getting money.
Right? You got guys like Harper that just milked the fucking paycheck. And then we saw Ohtani last year with it. The thing with Vladdy is it's a risk, 14-year, like anything. Like there's not many things you have in your life that 14 years ago, it's still good. You know what I mean? So it's a risk. But when you're in a market like Toronto, when it comes to MLB, we got heel Julia. Who cares about Vladdy?
Well, they both Blue Jays, I guess. I don't know.
But it's a necessary evil. They kind of overpaid, but I mean, now he has to deliver. The Jays have kind of been shitty, and they need to pick it up now.
Baseball contracts are insane, especially because of how much is guaranteed. Albert Pujols is still getting paid, probably. Absolutely. That's the thing. Bobby Bonilla is still getting paid because it sells shit on the back end.
And Pujols is up there with Butt Kiss for some of my favorite sports names.
I like a big good old pool hole. But Christ, I halfway lost where I was going.
As here comes
the to me, when I in the wrestling fan in me, instantly when I heard that contract and it's involving someone in Canada and everything, I thought of the Bret Hart contract that allegedly Vince had offered him of like, we're going to offer you what was it? It was around that. It was like 14 years, 200 million or something.
Yeah.
Or like 10 years. It was double digit years, triple digit millions of dollars on the contract. And then that's what led to the snowball effect of the screw job because he couldn't make good on the contract offer.
Yeah. Oh, we got a botch on the way into the ring.
And I like that he at least just laughs and it's just going along with it. But this has been Botchamania.
It's been a clunky night here on Tuesday, both on stream and on wrestling. But Nico and our buddy Nose just tripped into the ring.
There you go. He had one too many Bud Lights before he got in.
But who's going to win? Who's going to win, folks? As the Cullen taking on Hank and Tank.
Right. I think I'm going Hank and Tank. I know you're going to go leak the Tank, but
I'll be right back.
Taking Hank and Tank.
There you go. There you go. Bet. All right. All right, sir. Enjoy Hank and Tank.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. Now we figured it out. I feel like I look like I'm in a Fatback TV. But I dig it. As I've got the squash of Christ Almighty. I wish I could. Is it Nico something that's the big heavy in the calling? Because I know obviously Jensen, Noah Malone out here. We've got Hank and Tank. Who's Zangief looking Miro, younger Miro in the calling here? But let me know, folks. Who you taking? Who? Hank and Tank. The calling. Hank and Tank. The boring for the W. They're on Wednesday. The calling for the win seems kind of in betweenish. I feel like we kind of birthed a named, help, we're in the foundation of Hank and Tank, and they're us. Like, I just want that. If we were to have a fucking softball team for the Wrestling for Life Network, 100% Hank and Tank are guys that would absolutely either A, be on the team, or they're like the team we go against type of shit. But I'm all about them. I love the gimmick. I think they're actually both talented. Christ, when I was out there calling Hank, Seth Rogen, which he still does look like, but he was out there wrestling, shirts off and all of that. Going for the win. Hank and Tank. Got that. Hank and Tank for the win. Nico Vance, thank you. So I felt like I might have been close. I probably wasn't. Julio Jones has retired. Interesting. What was the last team Julio was on? Was it the Titans? As I've got Hank smashing Jensen Bulldog, and then runs around and hit a boot on Nico Vance, and then instantly big energy for a fucking crossbody splash there. 1, 2. Like, there is just something to like with Hank and Tank. They're very much NXT's public enemy, nasty boys, what have you. But yeah, what was the last team Julio was on? Was it the Titans? It definitely wasn't Atlanta. I'm wondering if he was one of those that was like on the practice squad with somebody that I can't think of that never really. But yeah, Julio was kind of that guy for a good bit here. He kind of helped set the standard for Alabama wide receivers. Swanton Hank just misses as tagging to Nico Vance. Chance to swerve and all hail King Booker on. I have not heard those. If anyone would like to confirm that, 316, I'm not saying I don't trust you, but I don't trust you. If anyone else can confirm that, as Nico Vance picks up the win. So the calling picks up the win, and Nico Vance just needs to be out here with Zion Quinn of guys who look like they should be in the bloodline but aren't. There is a fan video of the NXT crowning Q Swerve. MDB, send that to me, please. If you have that, send that to me, please, because I've got Ricky Saints of Trust Me. I would love to see that as a short on the channel, and I would just love to watch it, period. It was interesting to see if now you're getting fans involved, and it's becoming much more of a thing than it ever needed to be. I'm going to say it here because KJ's not. So these are my opinions, not the Wrestling for Life's opinions, of that DJ Vlad sat there and just pitted Swerve versus Booker against each other. He sat there and just stoked the flames, and this has gotten him a little bit of a fucking attention, and it's made him. There's wrestling fans that have never heard of DJ Vlad before, and now they know. And so that's 100% of he's just going to stoke this shit and capitalize on it. I think it's fucking stupid to see both of them publicly go at it. It's like, it's very LeBron, Stephen A. Smithish type shit, a little, not fully, but you get what I'm maybe saying. But I'm over the whole stupid discourse that I think was only perpetuated and the flames were stoked by somebody who didn't have skin in the game and just sought to fucking profit on it. So yeah, I don't want to see this keep going. I don't want to see, like, is AEW Dynamite gonna have a Q Booker chant now because NXT had a few swerve chant type of thing. Like, just get it. This is between two grown adults, and it should be handled between two grown adults. I don't like that it became so fucking public just for clicks. That's really what it boils down to. As I guess I'll get off my soapbox, but we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything. We're back at it like a jackrabbit. Tomorrow, Dynamite. Thursday, WrestleMania predictions. Friday night, SmackDown. I'm not sure what the weekend holds for us, but I'm sure it's plenty of wrestling because we're getting into WrestleMania season at this point. Trust me, next Thursday, it is 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, 4 shows, 5 little, 6 little, 7 little, 8 shows of every wrestling show I feel is happening all at the same time. And we're going to be all the way for it, covering as many shows as we can all at the same time and sticking around for all the rest. Trust me, on WrestleMania Night 1, we're debating on, when do we exactly start because of how long all the wrestling might go. Well, we've got Stand and Deliver that starts off, and then we've got some GCW shows. We've got this, that, and the third in between. We've got WrestleMania Night 1, all of that. But 100%, often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. Can't say Nick, they have Steve Tasker with Rob Ray doing Sabres game tonight. There you go. Shout out. Spaz with a $5 super chat. KJ Nick, you can't make this up. The new AW Shop Death Rider shirt is a plain white tee. Oh, yeah, no, I've seen that before. That's been there for a minute. Of the most that it has is literally in like the bottom corner. It says, like Death Riders or something. Like, keep it a buck. We try and trust me. We pitch plenty of ideas, sit there and try and do this, that, and what we can with the merch and everything. Would anyone honestly buy a white t-shirt? Same thing you can buy from Walmart. Some Fruit of Looms, some Hanes bullshit that costs you, pennies on the dollar. Just a plain white tee, not the band. But just because it has, Death Riders, just because it has Wrestling for Life Network in the bottom corner. Who the fuck would sit there and spend your hard-earned money to buy that? I mean, if you can get people to pay it, good on you, but it's terrible. As I got Ricky Saints coming out right now. That can't be. Yes, I feel like that's old news, honestly. I feel like that popped up like last month. That's been a thing on their shop of just a plain white tee with Death Riders in like the lower third. Like literally, if you're a Husky guy, if you're got some, I want to say weight, I was going to say girth, but that's a different connotation. But if you got a little umph in the trunk on you and everything like that, that Death Rider shit's just gonna disappear. So you're just paying for a white t-shirt. Rob Ray sounds like Rod Wade. That's his twin brother. Never, Nick. Never. There you go. Ricky Tantus. Oh God. Hashtag. No, MDB. Don't you do that. Don't you do that to me. I'm get fired from being on the channel talking about girth. What? Chris Kane and Julia just said no friends that stand deliver, but still doesn't define as though that's what it is. That's indifference of ambiguity. Ambiguity is the way to go. Work in both shades of face and heel, and especially if it's going to be a fatal 4-way. Everyone's going to have a bit of face in it. Everybody's going to have a bit of a heel in it. And so this is I don't think I'm right, but I'm questioning if this is the first official Ricky Saints. Mega, we don't need to touch on it. But I think this might be Ricky Saints' first official promo on NXT, on WWE television, outside of his announced and they had the backstage tape segment. Like, this is the first live promo. Has the crowd shitting? You earned it. No, well, a little off key, yeah. Vance, we don't need to talk about it. Boston, the hell are you too? Well, Boston, I'll ask you because we've got the Dynamite and Collision dual shows. I can't remember, spring breaking-ish, I believe they're called or whatever, but they're essentially just how do we celebrate that we passed WCW? Are you going to those shows? Honest question. Like I'm not trying to take the piss or anything like that. I literally am just genuine question of what's your interest level, because I know you live in that area and everything, and I get inundated with Monet Boston popping up on ads trying to sell me tickets to Dynamite when they show up there. Absolutely not. Fair. I was just curious. As Lexus King, bro, so we're just running back AEW Rampage and AEW Collision. Should we just start calling NXT and A Rampage? Is that just going to be the name of the streams now? Is NXT and A Rampage? Do we need to sell that as a merch shirt if we can get it past the legal department here of combining the NXT logo, the TNA logo, and just Rampage? Because now we're getting essentially Ricky Starks versus Brian Pillman Jr. on NXT. So we're about to get Heritage Cup meets North American title. Now, are we going to do this at Stand and Deliver and we're title for title? We're merging the belts. We're merging the timelines. We're eliminating the Heritage Cup because it's going to be consumed by the North American title. We got one mid-card title to rule them all. As Eddie Thorpe coming out, there's one guy in the crowd just yelling really loud. Sean, I am not hearing that because I guess I'm the guy on stream talking really loud. I don't know. Easiest no I've ever said. Fair enough. Now I don't know if I want to question what Harder knows you've said. Eddie Thorpe. No, I mean, I've dug Eddie Thorpe now that he's like his whole angle of playing doing the Eddie Guerrero, the lie, I cheat, I steal of I fake my own attack so you can put me in the match type thing. I've dug Eddie Thorpe. I want more for him. But we're setting up another multi-man match. We're getting another triple threat. We're going to get, as Wesley is coming out, fade up multi-man mania. We're getting, well, you watch. We're already going to get Julia versus Stephanie versus Jordan versus Jada. We're getting a ladder match. We're going to get Wesley versus Eddie Thorpe versus Lexus King versus Ricky Saints.
No. But don't forget Ethan Page took out Ricky at the end of last week's show. So there's still, I mean,
we going to find people? Not four.
There's more.
But wait, there's more.
Again, but both mid-card titles feel important in this on this brand for sure right now. As they're setting up, maybe it's a ladder match for the North. Like both are getting ladder matches. I don't fucking know.
Is it a question of you have so much talent that it's hard to pick which child's your favorite, so they all get in, or is it you can't put your foot down? Whether it be made roster as Ethan Page, speaking of the devil, and he shall appear as he can cutters. Yeah, as everybody grabs at it. God damn it! Is it?
Wait, why you pre-mad? Don't be pre-mad.
Is it that you can't put your favorite down?
Put your textbook down. You're not pre-mad. You're being pre-mad.
No. I'm saying I'm mad at so many multi-man matches at Mania.
What if it's just setting up a number one contenders match? As everybody's fighting.
The week before?
Yes. Ricky just won last week.
With 75 people in it?
Maybe. Wesley takes out everybody.
This is going to cut into Wesley taking on Yoshi. This is going to go right into Wesley taking on Yoshi.
It is officially stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver season.
Oh, Stephanie's mad. She wants them all. Watch.
Yeah, so you made your decision. I have made my decision. I am Inigo Montoya. You booked my father. Prepare to die.
Welcome to Spanglish.
Does that make me fucking Christ?
All of them. All of them. It's official. By the
I
way,
was gonna say, they say that and then go right to commercial.
Yes, as they should. What do you want them to do? But Nick is turning red. Yeah, I know Nick's feeling it. Nick, so you know, and everyone else knows, up on the channel right now, there is a clip of the NXT audience chanting, F you Swerve, Hail King Booker.
All right, so I talked about this while you were on your pause, and I'll say this before I go and I guess take my fucking walkabout to calm down.
Yeah, go get the red out of your face, bro.
Yeah. I'm just gonna show up like Kane. So good. But it's just I don't like that we've gotten to this point of just some fucking Twitter beef between two grown men and everything like that is now taking over shows. Like now it's going to be a thing to where the Dynamite crowd is going to fucking have to try and stupid respond.
You didn't even know what happened. It didn't take over the show.
No, what I'm saying of like you get what I'm saying though of like the fucking Twitter's going to run roughshod with this.
This is why the OG, the professional, did it one-on-one, man-to-man, face-to-face. And this is why the immature, up-and-coming guy said his shit publicly. That's why this is now being chanted by the fans. If Swerve shuts his mouth and they deal with this behind closed doors like men, it doesn't go anywhere. Swerve is getting what he deserves on this as far as I'm concerned.
I think it's just stupid we got to this point.
I agree.
That's where I'm at. I'm fucking sick of it. I think it's stupid at this point that we're even here. This is the closest halfway comparable I gave to it was LeBron and Stephen A. Smith type of shit. Like I'm so just this is fucking stupid now that we're at this point.
Yeah. And that's why I think the answer from Booker T was the best of like, you know what? All the best. I wish you luck, man. I'll see you one day. We'll talk about it. But he took the high road because he wants to put it to bed. Booker T doesn't want to be talking about this shit. Booker T wants to be talking about LFG. Booker T wants to be talking about.
He is one of the few content creators out there that doesn't want his name trending.
Right? It was like, why the fuck am I trending? I wasn't on Dynasty. How is Booker T trending? Moxley. No, well, Moxley was kind of trending. But you wake up on a Monday morning and Booker T's trending, and everyone's talking about Booker T. Everyone's talking about a horrible end of the pay-per-view. Nobody's talking about Will Ospreay and what he did with Kevin Knight. Nobody's talking about the great match between Tony and Megan.
No one's talking about the FTR heel turn.
FTR heel turn's been like kind of forgotten in the mix. So again, when you're on home soil, especially with a niche audience like NXT's studio audience, they are the people that are in the know, and they are going to show their support for the hometown guy. So yeah, I'm surprised, but again, I think at this point, I don't, unless Swerve keeps stirring the pot. I mean, this is where Tony Khan has to step up, put on his big boy pants, be a boss, and really dial in his wrestlers. There's too much sour negativity coming out of AEW that is hurting them.
Well, and this will be the last thing I say before I, how I wish I did squish that fish. But if Swerve responds to this at this point, outside of like the crowd just organically does it, or just now we've gotten fan bases involved, which I think is double stupid. But if Swerve responds to it with the way that Booker went at it, now you just look like an asshole. Like now you don't come out of this positively. If you're Swerve and you respond to it and go back into it. Like now you just look like an asshole.
He made himself look bad with what he did at the end of Dynasty. It had nothing to do with your pay-per-view. It had nothing to do with the fact that you just got your ass whooped. And unfortunate, but hopefully they can put it to bed and move on at this point because it's not doing Swerve any good. I love Swerve Strickland. I love the Stricklands, but the Strickland as a talent, I think he's a great talent. But this isn't helping him. This is making him look bad.
Yeah, well, I'm a Strickland and Stripling here for a minute.
Yeah, he's stripping on out. All right, Nick's going to go take a breath and calm down a little. He's going to breathe and get the red out of his face. But we just had Trick as Wesley in the ring waiting for his opponent. But yeah, we had chaos. I don't know what it means for the North American title. Julia is now running heelish. And, oh, Josh. Oh, yeah, it's Yoshi. Yoshi! Let's go, Yosh. I want a Yoshi splash. Yoshi's not going to win this match, though, guys. But ultimately, I think that you have Stephanie Vacour. She accepts the challenge from everybody, and we are off and running. I will quickly put a poll up. And again, I will remind everybody, we do have a clip on our YouTube channel, a fan video of the chants in favor of Booker T. Lee versus Yoshi. So let's go. Let's go. How's everyone doing out there? How you feeling? What's good? What's on your wrestling mind? Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Don't forget, tomorrow, Dynamite's going to be a crazy one. Thursday, WrestleMania and Stand and Deliver preview show. Friday, 3 hours of SmackDown. And we got more coming your way going into the busiest week of the year. It's going to be insane around here, folks. Todd. My favorite Shawn Michaels moment. I'm sorry, I love you, but it was funny when R-Truth did it. R-Truth has been good, man. Western Lee for the win. You might get Yoshi splash, but he might just hit the mat. True. Still fun to watch. Still fun to watch. I mean, it's probably the best way to do it because it looks painful. What makes wrestling great is the discourse and banter. Let's have fun and not take it too serious, guys. Jose, I don't disagree with that at all. That's almost like part of our mission statement here at the WFU, the Wrestling for Life Network. Again, some topics get serious. And again, we have to address it. We don't want to address it. I mean, the last thing me and Nick wanted to do was talk about anything under that umbrella. Not really our place to get into it. But overall, again, you want to, as a professional athlete, if you think of any sport, you want to put yourself out there in a good way. You want to represent your organization, your league in a good way. If you had somebody grab a mic and say, fuck so-and-so on another team or another veteran or whatever it is, you're going to get a fine. Like that's the kind of realm we're in. So the serious side of the conversation is the fact that this has become public. It shouldn't have become public. It's been messy. It's been nonsensical. I mean, if Swerve had a way for this to pay off into like a match, like him and Booker were going to wrestle, it's not terrible. A little dicey, a little risky. But the fact that it's a public beef, like it's becoming the Drake and Kendrick of fucking wrestling. It's ridiculous. I would have thought hurt people, whoop that trick, we hurt people. There you go. Wesley for the win. What is everyone else saying? 78% going Wesley, 22% going Yosh. A lot of faith in Yosh. Strickland, 100%. Wesley for the win. Oh woo, Multimania. It's all right. Listen, I get it. I'm critical of it. I'll be honest. I don't love it. But the job now of the company is you got to make these matches count. You got to make these matches mean something. You got to make them matter. Like I said, Vacker's now confirmed for a fatal four-way for the world title. It looks like we're going to get a triple threat for the men's world title. We have a ladder match for the North American title. We look like we're going to get a 5-6-man match for the men's North American title. It's been multi-man mania. And again, I understand the argument of, well, you got so much talent, you got to fit it in. But I watched wrestling growing up in an era where, you might have had, a two-guy. Oh, wait. Briggs taking out Tyreek. You have big names in the main event, but you also had big names. You had guys like Mick Foley and The Rock and others that, you had to find a place for them on the card. So not everything can be a multi-man match as Wesley gets the win. Distracted Josh Briggs. What's your thoughts on Swerve Strickland versus Pac tomorrow night? Very surprised that this has been announced ahead of time, Damien. When I first saw this in the chat, I didn't know that it was true. When I did take a break, I did notice that it is true. It tells me that the Swerve Death Rider thing is not done. But where does it go? In my mind, we are building towards Ospreay winning the Owen. And then with Ospreay winning the Owen, Ospreay goes after the title. Now we have Double or Nothing. Does Strickland get a rematch at Double or Nothing? How does Hangman work into this? I saw a lot of fans on the internet saying like, oh, this is Hangman. Like Hangman's going to come to the rescue. Hangman's going to be the guy that gets the belt. People still think Darby's coming back to get the belt. I'm a little surprised by Strickland Pac. I really am, because I don't know what it means yet. We'll talk about it tomorrow, and maybe we'll have more answers. I am a little surprised. As I got Oba on screen. I would prefer if he missed the Yoshi splash. I think if you're the guy on the ground, you're also preferring that. 0-0, that's fair. That's kind of funny. It's not a Pro Bowl, but isn't it though? That's a funny argument. I mean, some would argue it's more like the Super Bowl, but again, this idea of if it's the extravaganza and you get as many names into it as you can, as many elaborate matches as you can, you make it as big of a deal. The only problem with a lack of singles matches for me is you do start to lose the story a little bit. And like I said earlier, like I don't agree. I like the idea that Punk and Seth and Roman are going to wrestle. I've liked the build. I like the twists, the turns. I like the Heyman thing. Maybe because I'm going back to old school Punk and I remember, the OG Heyman guy, and like this is extremely long-term storytelling. But I do understand why fans out there, and I know me and Nick argued about it. I think my buddy Anthony will talk about it on Thursday. Like, the triple threat dynamic makes it hard to tell the story. We see it with Io, Bianca, and Rhea to an extent, where Rhea just kind of feels forced in there. The crowd's kind of booing Bianca, even though people said it was only going to be the European fans. I don't think people realize they're not booing Bianca because they hate Bianca. They're booing Bianca because they love Io. That's it. I think more people want Io to win than anybody. But the multi-person match, again, it does feel a little spot booking, a little spot heavy. Like, I've been critical of AEW for doing it. So fair's fair. I mean, I would like to see them whittle some of these down. If we were getting Jordan versus Julia, Jada versus Vakur, I think I'd like that better. And you could have spent a few weeks building to it. Not that there's no build. It's just, it gets a little murkier. 5-0 cardiac kick. Let's go. Like the stream. Make sure you hit the like button, folks, as we are cooking here tonight. 95 likes, 85 people in the chat, but make sure I need 5 thumbs. Let's go. I know somebody out there has a thumb. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see triple digits in this chat on the streams. And again, we appreciate all the love and support from everybody out there as we continue to cook here at the channel. Ding, ding, ding. It's over, as it should be. I'm coming to get the AEW belt. Somebody's got to. I do think that's something that really needs to be addressed. And I know, again, certain people out there say it's all in the storytelling, but I can't think of it. And if anybody else out there wants to fact check me, I can't think of another time in wrestling history you didn't see a company's world title belt for 6, 7, 8 months. Like it blows my mind. The Destroyer will rule you. Let's go. NXT been off since the Fraxium match. You mean like off quality wise? You haven't liked it? I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun on stream tonight, so maybe that gives me bias here. A lot of building. A lot of this has been building. I like what happened with Julia coming out. I like the Jordan match. I know people are going to focus on the fact that Jordan's feet caught the rope on the tope, but ultimately I think it was a decent match. Yeah, nothing overly crazy to write home about, Richard. But the Fraxium match against Swipe Right was really good. People are complaining. Hello, Corey. About all of the multi-man matches at Mania, yet AEW has 2 of 3 of them every week. Make it make sense, please. Again, listen, I've been critical of it, so I have to be critical in both directions, Corey. That's what we're supposed to do. So you're not wrong. I hate playing the but them game. I think that happens a lot on the internet of, yeah, but, and then when you don't have anything to hold on to, people like go back historically, like, oh yeah, but The Rock, like, I mean, it's crazy shit. But ultimately, I think AEW does it too often. Again, simplified booking. Some would say lazy booking, even though it's, someone's trademark, not ours. But ultimately, I think both companies, I think it's their way of, sometimes it feels a little chicken shit where pick people, be willing to make a stand that these are our top 2 competitors, right? Like a third team doesn't get into the Stanley Cup Finals. A third team doesn't get into the Super Bowl because they're really good. We got to get to the final 2. As I got Izzy coming back out representing the Cullen. So here we go. Speaking of Cullen.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you mean my Buffalo Bills can't get in the Super Bowl just because they're really great?
Right? I mean, the Bills would love if they could do triple threat Super Bowls.
I would love if we could get multi-man mania at the Super Bowl and everything. But yeah.
But here comes Ren St. Clair. We haven't seen Ren in a while. I believe this is a North American qualifier.
Her versus Izzy. Izzy's winning.
More like Lollapalooza. Facts, Corey. Anarchy in the arena at Double or Nothing. So yes, a lot of people are assuming, and there was talk from Moxie about strength in numbers. So if you bring back Jack Perry and the Bucks and you put them all together, they've got a lot of numbers. And then is it like Hangman, Swerve? Who else?
If they've got a lot of numbers, but they don't have a lot of
like who helps Swerve and Hangman in a and what
Kenny,
who?
Kenny, but then you got to bring in Okada.
No,
you can't do the fucking Avengers Assemble with this shit. You nailed it with Julia versus Jordan should be the match, and you should do like say a Steph versus Jada, say NXT North American and NXT World Title. That's what I think shoulda, woulda, was the plan.
Could have been.
I asked the question. I don't know if you clicked on it, but as we've got Izzy and
I got to talk to you when you're here. I got to talk to you when you're not here too.
Yes, 100%. I hear voices in my head. But has WrestleMania, is it now an achievement or is it a spectacle?
It's the spectacle, right? Like, I mean, I think once upon a time we talked about it. Like, I mean, we know there has been WrestleManias where, Jericho and Triple H were the main event, but down below it, there's an Undertaker match. There's a Rock match. Like, we've seen these cards.
But that felt like that was an achievement of you're on the WrestleMania card. Like, it's not the Pro Bowl. It's not an All-Star game. It's not an achievement award. It's not thank you for your service. So here's a match on WrestleMania.
I think the fan base over the last while has made such a big deal about who's not on the card that now they just try and like you said, it's about the spectacle. So you'll get 5-6 multi-person matches because now everybody everyone's getting in.
Everybody cheer. Everybody cheer.
But again, not everybody should be on it. It's not a participation medal.
Well, yeah. By the way, who is this referee and what in the Alexa Bliss is going on with her hairstyle?
A newer referee? I don't know her name.
They
had to find a replacement for
Oregano.
No, Ref Jess is wrestling now. So,
well, yeah. Have you watched any of her matches?
No, I haven't seen her wrestle actually.
Fair enough. Well, I liked how some people thought that she was just going to turn full-time wrestler. Like, no. She's still, that's why she's wrestling under a mask. She's going to be getting ref still.
Right. Izzy Dane for the win. Yeah, I didn't put a poll up for this one, guys. Again, I feel like this could have been advertised and it wasn't. So Izzy taking on Ren.
Well,
yeah.
Beyond visual aesthetic wise, how do you feel about NXT, WWE, what have you, not advertising things per se?
I think it's strategy. It's you got to tune in. You got to tune in. I think Tony tells us too much, and I think Trips doesn't tell us enough. We got to find.
Well, I don't know. Tony ain't telling us too much with Dynamite. The only match that I've really seen advertised is Stat and Thunder, and the winner takes on Tony.
How do you feel about Pac Swerve being announced?
I didn't know that was announced. If you confirm that, can you confirm that? Then, like you said, so we're not done with the Swerve storyline, which is
surprising,
stupid. Other S word I would have thought of is stupid, but yeah, why? It's not working. It hasn't worked. Stop trying to make fetch happen. It's the same thing like Chris Jericho being a Ring of Honor world champion and everything. The definition of insanity is repeating the same action and expecting a different outcome.
Yeah. No,
tell me when I'm telling lies.
Well, that's where it feels like. So now for All in July, like we got Double or Nothing coming up. A lot of people think it's going to be an Anarchy in the Arena or Blood and Guts or something like that. Stadium Stampede, which is never done because they love it. And it's never.
Yeah, but no, you're the one that sat there and said for the longest time they made Double or Nothing, they made Dynasty feel indifferent. You sat there and half the fucking stream was calling it Dynamite instead of Dynasty because that's more what it felt like and everything.
It was
have it 1, 2, 3 as Izzy Dane expectedly picks up the win. So
big
Izzy Dane, Kalani Jordan, Soruka, and Zarya are your 4 out of your 6 for the women's North American title.
Right. Oh, I don't know.
But you've done so much of just you ran through all of these stories. You're now just merging bullshit to bullshit and everything. Like you said it you've now because you've tied everything and focused so much on All In that you're moving. Those pay-per-views don't matter anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. Now chat, I see a couple comments. Botched. What the hell was that? Or what the fuck was that? What did I miss? It looked like a sit down spine buster finish. And the pin. I don't know what I missed because I was talking to y'all. What was the botch there?
Yeah, well, have you watched any of Steph's plays?
No, I got things to do.
Anything. I gotta clean a toilet. I gotta, check the roof shingles and shit like that.
Yeah, my free time is very limited, and I haven't had a chance to add this to the docket.
Is this just Hunter just trying to get a kink out of Steph, cosplaying as Rhea?
Right. Connecting. I mean, it is what it is. Izzy jumped out of the pin, but Ren didn't kick out. But Izzy won. So I'm a little confused.
I don't want to rewind to try and watch it again, but
I don't care that much. I was just curious if the
Hey, Roxanne's here, so to hell with her theory about her being injured and hell everything like that. Sorry, no, just aggressive. I got excited because all the women yelling, screaming. We got Fallon Henley out there, just save a horse, ride a cowgirl. We've got Lash.
Like somebody said she got in trouble. Sources have told me that
sources, trust me, bro.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Yo, Lash out here. That shit looks like it's painted on. B, it's the same lacquered of the fucking desk and everything. She's a rich mahogany.
Okay, what? So Roxanne smacks the shit and walks away.
Get a 4-8 ounce for stand and deliver.
I'll get a full sentence in at some point this evening. Nick's excited tonight. But yeah, no, I don't know what Roxy just said, but they are giving the official graphic. So you were correct on that, yes. But what I can't even remember what the original question you asked me was.
Talking about all the women backstage. Have you had Lashley, you had Roxanne, you had this, that, the third, Swimmy Swami.
Oh shit! Main event up next. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with Roxy is, but it looks like the main event will be next. I don't know what else we got the schedule, but 6-man tag coming up, folks.
Yeah, but no, you were talking about Roxanne being in trouble, and the source was, "Trust me, bro."
That's it. I mean, again, apparently she got in some hot water. I don't know. Why are people hating on the ref? It's developmental. I didn't realize there was any hate for the ref, but that would be silly.
That would only be because of, I guess, the alleged fuck up spot.
Right. Yeah, but I didn't catch the botch. So
no.
The ref counted 3 and Izzy released the pin too early. But it was a sit down. Like, I'm confused. I'll have to rewatch it, guys.
Yeah, I don't want to hit replay and then get out of sync and everything.
Rest of God, nobody's hating. No, I don't think there's hate. I don't feel like an overly hateful chat tonight. Soraya, aka Paige, has burned all the bridges in wrestling. She is the most hated woman in wrestling industry. That is not accurate.
No, not at all.
And I could see her coming back.
She shows up sooner than before Jericho, and I'm not like, if they were both out at the same time.
The clickbaiting sons of bitches out there, they blow my mind. Jericho was asked a question. Jericho basically said, I'd be open to it. Never say never. Which, again, even Jericho's smart enough to realize, I got to be nice. Remember, when Jericho was in AEW running all these podcasts about how bad WWE was, Jericho always tried to protect himself by never criticizing Vince McMahon or the actual company. Like, he criticized the writers, the creative, the process. But Jericho is a savvy Hulk Hogan. We know what we call him for a reason.
Canadian Hogan.
But people put it out there. Chris Jericho hinting at or teasing a return. No, he wasn't. He was not doing that. That's bullshit. Jericho
even if it was that doesn't mean your ex wants you back, my guy. That's all. That's part of it too.
That's the other side.
You can want to be back there. You can want to get back with your ex. If your ex don't want you, too bad. So sad.
Right. Swami,
but no, with the Paige thing. Ooh, sorry.
Go ahead, man. Run. You're feeling it. Just run.
Sorry, I guess I was talking about the Paige thing and everything. Of I could see her in WWE in managerial role.
In what?
Managerial role.
I think you said managerial law. I was like, wait, she went to school for that?
No.
No, I mean, again, I think I don't want to put her in the ring because she hadn't done that great in the ring, unless the WWE has a way to make people look better because of the way they structure their matches. But yeah, ultimately, Paige does have name value. Her returning has value, and it just kind of is another one of those, you could have done better to Tony. Maybe.
She takes out Ava. She replaces your favorite Ava Rain. Ava Rain as NXT general manager.
I don't know how you get rid of that Nepo baby unless she takes over Raw or SmackDown.
She's the Nepo queen.
Right?
Well, did you see Rick's comments on all that?
Rick, shut up.
Like, I didn't know like if that was a yes or a no, but then just instantly shut up.
As we got Andre Chase.
What the fuck is going on?
As he's educating the gentleman on how to wrestle. What is this?
Rick, bad. It's bad.
Right? For all the shit that Rick. Oh, Hank and Tank back here.
All right. Street Profits.
Oh, shit.
Ho, ho, ho. Sacre bleu.
Profits in the house. Thank you, Ronnie. Thank you, Ronnie.
The tag teams. I love me some Montez Ford.
Because we do clear 101 likes on the stream tonight, folks.
Wow.
Want to play a game? Easy there, cowboy. Nick's new shirt, Capital, Mole, Ant, and even Drew. If there's a hill, I will find a reason to die. I love that you said it.
If you will buy it, we will make it.
Right? Dong, 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 dong.
Why you gotta make it a thong? Who's gonna wear that as a thong?
It made me think of Drew Hill and Cisco.
Connective tissue, Drew Hill, Cisco. We got that.
I couldn't think of a Drew Hill song off the top of my head. Thong to thong to thong was the first thing that came out.
So yeah, number one contenders, fatal 4-way match. Winner challenges Ricky Saints, Wesley, King, Lexus King. Everybody we essentially saw in that segment.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's good. I'm curious, but I think you have an opportunity where either Ethan or Wesley or both kind of come out of it. I'm hoping just Ethan, but then maybe Eddie fights Lexus for the Heritage Cup.
Number one contender tag team. There's a lot of ways that you can find avenues out of that. Which way, like however you want to split hairs with that, it branches off pretty well. That whole setup, that whole division, I almost want to say, with Ethan Page, Eddie Thorpe, Lexus King, all of that.
Right. All right, folks, who wins this one as we are getting ready for the main event tonight? But we have a 6-man tag. We're going to call it Team Oba, I guess, against Dark State.
Team Triple versus Team State. Like, who's even the representation for Dark State here?
What do you mean? What's the what?
What I asked was, who's the representation for Dark State? Who for them is in the match?
I believe it's, I don't know. I don't think they've told us all what 3 of the 4, but I'm guessing Dion Lennox is the one guy sitting out based on the graphic. I could be wrong. Enough. Well, here comes Oba.
Now it is interesting. So these guys are going to face each other for that world title in 2 weeks' time, but we've got to work together versus the enemy, I guess, of Dark State that's run slightly roughshod.
Yeah, I mean, again, you have Dark State kind of stepping into the ring. They've been they've been upping what they're doing coming out the gate here. As right now, I'm getting a Pat McAfee package.
Yes, for the big night out.
Ooh. But yeah, I mean, the tale as old as time, the can they coexist match, which they won't be able to, which will be funny. And there's still rumors out there that one of these guys are, well, I don't think Oba, but one of the other 2 could actually be part of this group.
Well, I've seen the most smoke around Trick of being the guy of, but then again, I always hate the situation of like, yeah, they kicked my ass, but I'm still the head of this faction. Like that's stupid. That's stupid.
I told them to kick my ass so you guys wouldn't.
Right. That's how you believe it, is because what do you do when I'm kicking my own ass?
Right. Is this Dark State's first time wrestling? Yeah, as a group, or I mean, we've seen Lennox, we've seen Cutler on LFG or Evolve, but I mean, we've seen the other 2 guys elsewhere, but right. First time as a unit kind of coming into a match here tonight. Right. Modern day Shield.
Not modern day, failing day Shield.
Failing day Shield. Oba Femi versus Penta in a strutting match. Let's go.
Yeah, you will, because you got Oba with the do. And then
I forgot.
Penta was so great of just literally, we just need a shot of you walking in the arena, and he's still got to do the Penta strut.
Right, Taylor. FYI, WWE executives watch the stream and chat. We know. Wrestlers all over. I was talking to Jake Kreese today. Like we know. People.
Hey,
But we got lots of people circling around. We've seen lots of people popping up in the chat. Our buddy Stevie Richards has been here. The execs that they watch. Maybe we're just, again, maybe just a little delusional, but we're happy.
Let me live in my delusion.
Sexy BJ Ray. Yes, I would agree.
Oh my God.
Broken Shield. There you go.
There you go.
What do you want to who do you want to win the tag team gauntlet? I hate gauntlet matches. Let's start with that.
Really?
I can't recall a time where I was like, fuck, that was a really good gauntlet match. They're always the same. There's people that get pinned too fast because you got to get through multiple matches. I don't like gauntlet matches. I think they're boring.
The last gauntlet match I remember liking was Big E and Xavier winning the gauntlet match so Kofi could have the match at WrestleMania.
That was a good one for that reason. I would 100% agree with you on that.
Right. So that's the thing, is it's a rare occurrence now. At this point, it's an overdone trope. I'll agree with you on that. MDB. I love this. You get a star. We were in the WrestleMania 4 documentary. We know.
Thank you, MDB. MDB with a better shout out than we had. I like it.
But no, that's how you know you win, when the chat shouts you out better than you shout yourself. You shout yourself out. You shout yourself out. All of that. Yeah. I said words. Move along.
They were fun. Dark State for the win. 2 of 3 wrestlers on Team Oba are members of Dark State. Oh.
You somehow are, I guess, higher than nothing is higher than me when it comes to Dark State. But yeah, I'm not sold on it. I don't buy it. Show me something, please. You gotta give a shit about this when it comes to Dark State.
We won't get deep into this argument, but you gotta give them time, Nick. You gotta.
That's what the fuck I'm doing. But out the gate, it's already not been great. It's already not good.
Right. They haven't botched. They're not bad. They're not boring.
They botched a mask pull-up. What are you talking about?
Oh my God! You still stuck on the fact that they couldn't keep a mask up?
I am. I'm petty. I'm fickle. I'm a fickle fuck.
Their careers are done. Retire. Go work at a fucking linen store.
It seems so like
they haven't done fuck all.
There's no purpose to it. And now with this, they're just gonna lose and be an afterthought.
They just got here. Are you mad at dinner when you start cooking the fucking food? Or do you wait till you burn it?
Yes, sometimes I'm mad. Why am I cooking fucking hot dogs instead of filet mignon?
Right.
I'm gangbanging on dinner.
And they're here. Right? But they
Dark State, so
they haven't done anything yet.
Everybody just already out the gate. We just jumping everybody.
Let's go. WWE, what? But I mean, wrestling God. I know you're around here quite a bit. I don't see a whole lot of complaining. I don't. I mean, some people are critical of some silly shit, but I mean, that's no different than anything else. So, but yeah, come on, chat. Wrestling God's not loving it.
Well, no, we're 100%. We're very much of that testing audience of, what did you think about this movie? And you don't realize that it's the double pane glass and shit. You can actually hear what you're saying.
Right.
Well, no, like, keep it a buck. You even said I've sat there and we've talked to a couple independent wrestlers and everything just based off what we've done. Of course, we've had interviews and everything just based off what we've done. We've been in the WrestleMania 40 documentary. Hashtag humble brag, but yeah, there's attention. There's eyes that even if you don't know, there's eyes.
There's always eyes. There's always eyes. BJ working with Swipe Right sounds like a really good fit. Then you took it a whole different direction, Mr. Chris. So we are off and running. Let's see what the chat had to say. I forgot to put nobody in this one, but Dark State 55% for Dark State. Oh, I did put nobody, 10%, and then Team Oba getting 32%. So the champ and
you just called it Dark State when you said nobody.
Nobody got 10%.
Okay, what did Dark State get?
Dark State got the most. They are the favorite in this match.
Oh, Jesus. Dion Lennox is in the match.
Yes.
So
it's the other guy that's sitting out, and his name eludes me at the moment. Oh, it's Cutler.
All their name eludes us.
I think it's... Oh, no, Cutler's in the ring now.
Yeah, as he's in there with Trick. Nick being mad about Maston. 3, 2, 1. Shut up.
Hashtag pre-mad, folks.
Do we need to make that now a shirt? Hashtag. We've had a hashtag Jerry Hogan. Do we need a hashtag pre-mad?
But we have Dion Lennox, Cutler James, and Osiris Griffin in the match. And Saquon.
Osiris Griffin is the one.
Oh, no, Osiris is on the outside. Saquon's in it. Okay. Sorry, they were beating it. Everybody was fighting.
Fair enough. Nick is back to his petty crying little girl. You can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
Derp State, says Theater. I like it.
Oh, Jesus.
Let's go. Let's go. Bring in Steve Macklin as the leader of Dark State. Just bring in Steve Macklin, period. The guy is a beast.
But yeah, I mean, if we're just going to start fantasy booking shit, yeah, 100% bet.
But Steve Macklin's been kind of quiet on TNA as of late, too, so that's interesting.
Oh, just so happened to be. But there's been the rumors, like you mentioned before, of like Trick might be behind Dark State, of loosely Javon might be involved. If they're all young up and coming guys, so maybe he's just starting the revolution.
Right. Just to confirm, they are making Mox's title reign longer because Shane O'Mac at 50-50 to come. No, that's not even close, Taylor.
No.
It's going to be a cold day in hell before that works out. And Shane McMahon doesn't need the money. The only thing he's going to ask for is either power or control. And that's two things I don't think Tony Khan's willing to give up. It's never been a serious thing. Shane McMahon is not coming. They're actually delaying because they're hoping for the Hero Derby to get off the mountain.
Does it not sound like when WWE was like the WWE hardcore fan base was really wanting Vince to just go away?
Yeah.
Now the AW fan base sounds like we just want Shane to show up and just take everything over. Like, when is the last time you heard people championing a McMahon to show up and take over wrestling?
Right. Nick, try some tofurkey, less angst. No, ew. What are we doing?
No, well, shout out Ashley. The last time me and the missus made breakfast, I actually had turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon's good.
Yeah, no, that's where I'll go with that. I'm halftime turkey bacon, halftime regular bacon.
Okay. Have you ever burned your dinner and still tried to? Yes, it's been a thing. Like, it's still good. You scrape off the dark spots. We're good.
It's a little airborne. It's still good. It's a little wet. It's still good.
That's Team Oba standing tall, but Oba and Trick having words. Javon just watching on eagerly.
Yeah, why you just like sling off the ropes there for no reason?
Oh,
3-on-4. Oh, the commercial fucking spot. So now we've got to just stand there and look at each other, mad, aggressive, and awkwardly, as I'm in picture-in-picture.
You mad at a commercial spot?
Yes, I am.
Like, I don't have a commercial as Dark State gets kicked in the face, and Osiris is the only one standing. But I mean, again, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to argue over the going to commercial break because I don't get commercials anymore. Javon,
I got picture, so I got half commercials.
There you go. I mean, a good standoff after a rundown. Again, what's going to happen? We got an explosive situation. We'll be right back. I'm okay with that. Stephanie had a word with Shane, so he does not shine Hunter in the Hall of Fame. Your true story. Taylor on that good tonight. Pass the Dutchie. 7-2 Bruins win. What? Who laid an egg against the Bruins tonight?
I think people were saying it was them versus the Panthers.
No, the Leafs are playing the Panthers.
Oh, fair enough. I at least got half of the question right. It just might have been a different question, but I got half of it right.
Right. Fucking Brad Marchand.
Yeah, that's crazy. The fucking Bruins traded him.
3-1.
Cutter is
that they beat the Dow. That's my goalie that got shelled. Fuck's sake.
what?
G unit.
Explain to the audience that doesn't understand. Use your words.
Smile mark happy right now.
Right. Explain to the rest of us.
-1. That's amazing. So my goalie in fantasy, Markstrom, got shelled tonight. So and gives us a whopping -1 point. Great job.
So it's good when your goalie ends up with negative points somehow.
Right. Nick is mad at everything. Yeah, Nick on one of them vibes. Just fuck it all.
I just hate. Well, I hate the world. I'll burn it down to the ground.
I think Evans. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Cutler is from the Evans and Trick Williams turn on each other and join Dark State. Both joined Dark State?
No.
I think one. Javon would be the biggest surprise because he's just so happy.
Yeah, but that would be his edge. That would be his cojones a little bit, because outside of that, he's a little, I'm just happy to be here guy.
Right. They actually pulled Markstrom. Yeah, that makes complete sense, Ronnie. Usually right around the fourth or fifth, sixth goal, you really start considering doing that. But yeah, it doesn't matter. My other goalie lost too, so fuck him. What can we do? Hornswoggle should be in the Dark State. Now we're reaching.
Well, he'd have to reach to be the leader of anything at this point.
Fact. Evans off the top. Yes, somebody, was it MDB that pointed out the tight overalls, a rare vibe. But we got tight overalls here.
What are we talking about with tight overalls? How did we get here?
It got brought up in the chat.
Right, but on who?
Gentleman in the ring right now.
No, he's got a halfway a singlet. It's not overalls. He's got one.
There's another strap.
He's got one shoulder, not two.
The strap's down.
Oh, no, he's got a strap down. You can't do half strap.
That would give him two, wouldn't it?
If he's got to take the other strap down. We're out here arguing strap-ons and strap-ins and everything.
Right. Give the belt to Javon. Let's go. Everybody cannot. Yeah, no shit, right?
Right.
Yeah, my goalie got soul snatched. Fuck. Yeah,
it looked like overalls. So I guess that's where you're at.
There you go. It was MDB that brought it up. Yell at him.
I'll yell him and you. They ain't overalls.
Strap on, Nick. Oh, he's strapped.
Play can't. Yeah, so we got Dion Lennox working over Javon Adams right now. So this again, though, regardless of how I feel about the faction, what have you, this is the debut. This is the inaugural match for Dark State. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the name Dark State and their showing?
I mean, I don't love the name because I don't really know what the name means yet. But as far as the faction in the ring and what I'm seeing, Lennox is athletic as shit. Looks like he can bring
that fucking spine buster.
Oh, you got
sorry.
But yeah, I mean, ultimately, that move right there, super athletic. Cutler's an athletic guy. Osiris is an athletic guy. Saquon's an athletic. Like, they look phenomenal. It's just, what will it turn into? So I've had no issue with their introduction to the company. Like, everybody has to be new at some time. This is them being new. And again, right now they're in a main event spot, taking on three of the biggest names in the company.
I want to try so hard to give them patience and time, like you preach, but it's just hard when they've come in as like the we destroy everything of no one is safe, and now they're they're going to lose this match. They're going to lose this match.
The chat doesn't think they are. The chat
all right, you and the chat can be wrong. They're going to lose this match.
I think Oba and Trick and everyone's going to have some issues here, but maybe they get the win.
Your
but
world champ is not losing the match.
Why not? As long as he's not in the pin.
Because Dark State has nothing to do with the world title scene right now.
But we don't know that. And a lot of us think they do.
Yeah. I stand on my prediction. They're losing the match. I will die on that hill, I guess, of many hills.
Oh.
Ophelia, your favorite there, Ophelia Payne out there pointing out of Ava was smiling when they were hurting people last week. Maybe Ava's behind it.
No, a lot of people have talked about that, like Ava needing assistance, Ava needing security. Ava, Eddie kind of roughed her up, but that kind of went by the wayside. If they did that now, to me, it would be a little too delayed. They seem tied into this. They've appeared during the main event build-up now. This has happened several times. When Oba Trick. Oh, wow! Oba throws a human being into Trick Williams.
You're supposed to tag me after.
There we go. This is how Dark State wins.
Shit. Tricks.
Wait,
as he just tags in Devon as now Trick and Oba are throwing hands at each other.
Trick in here. Javon. Hey. Now they go.
Oh, splash. 1, 2, 2. Dos, amigos.
Javon about to get pancaked. Yeah, you're going to have to hiccup, sir, if you want to give it a quick second, even though we're close to the end. It doesn't matter. Tight overalls. Are we at a Drake after party again? I like it. Okay, Oba, Trick getting peeled apart. There we go. Look at this.
The Shield powerbomb.
That's a twist on the power bomb.
Yeah, I got the 3 count right now. Are you there?
It's over.
Yeah, I got the 3 count. I was. Shut up, you.
The chat was right. Congrats.
I don't care. But that was very much a twist on Sierra Hotel Indica Echo Lima Delta of that powerbomb.
Javon gets pancake. Trick's been beat up by them. So I don't know, but Dark State makes a statement tonight. I know, Nick, you said that you haven't been loving it and they were just showing up here to lose anyway, but a big win. And again, we don't know where this is going. We don't know who all is involved, but they look good tonight.
Their name and their music sucks.
We're going to be mad at I haven't even heard their music, really. Oh, wait a minute.
The family.
Hey, Duck State. I'm up here, yo.
Well, that's the thing is, because Stacks might have been a guy that might have involved with them too.
Oh, really?
You don't remember because he was having the issues with Tony.
The family versus Dark State in the parking lot next week.
That's the most dangerous place in NXT.
Genius.
And that's how you go off the air.
Yes. Oh, wait. Okay.
I literally just static and then news 7 now.
That's it. That's the end of the show, folks. Parking lot brawl next week. And again, we talk about getting these guys utilized so we know what they're about. Another step in that direction as they did. They did a number on the family recently. Now Stacks wants to come up. And that's the show, folks. That's all she wrote. That is NXT in the books tonight. How did you feel about it? We take a rating out of 10 for every single show, as you know. Make sure you get in that chat. Let us know, what did you like? What didn't you like? How did you feel about the show overall?
Well, and how did you feel about the main event thereof? I know to fuck with Dark State and everything like that a little bit, but I didn't mind seeing Trick and Oba. Now we're going to start throwing hands of, no, I'm the top guy. I'm the one doing this. No, I'm doing that. And then it's the law of distance. They are always going to, how will they coexist?
They can't.
Right.
They hate each other. Oba didn't like a couple tags, then Oba threw a human being at him. So I think I'm good with that.
Again, just let's break that sentence down a little bit. And Oba threw a human being at him.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Not just like I threw a fist at him, I told him go hell, all that. No, I threw a human being at him.
Right? He threw a person at me, man. Their name and music suck. Dark State, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not that stressed about it. I'll give their music a listen, Richard. Rabbi Shmuel, leader of Dark State. Who? What?
Huh?
6'1", figure it out. They're nothing like Seth, Roman, and Dean. No, I mean, again, I think us as fans, we connect things to other things that are familiar. I wouldn't necessarily put them in that realm, but everyone's got to remember, once upon a time, the Shield wasn't the Shield that we know. So we look back and go, wow, though, these guys are nothing like it. But once upon a time, Roman Reigns had a weird little mustache and wasn't really sure of himself. Dean Ambrose was a mess, as he still is. And Seth was, Tyler Black on ready to be a super.
Roman came out in suits and everything. Trust me, there's going to be a moment where you look back in the Wrestling for Life Network was what it is and everything. But yeah,
7 out of 7.
I'll give you that. But at the same time, I'm starting to grow and give it more. I'm willing to give it and let it ferment and let it see how it goes with the Dark State. But out of the gate, not great impressions, but we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, and I mean, again, I think for me, I don't know. I'm not in the boat of like, man, these guys are so cool. They're killing it. But at the same time, they've come out, they've caused trouble. They fucked people up multiple times. That we feel like there's some tie-in with the world title picture. Big win in their debut tonight. I mean, for me, a good start to their careers. But I'm holding out my, judgment until I can get a little more evidence on them.
Right. We'll have to take that to wrestling court. Right. The trial of the Dark State. Is it the Dark State or the Deep State?
Right. Why would people listen? Oh, that's not nice, Chair. Come on now. This is cool.
That's how you know. No, because if you listen to me and you go against me, then you win. If I'm always wrong all the time, then I'm the reverse good luck symbol.
Right. 8 out of 10. Parking lot brawl in NXT. Yeah, buddy. The most dangerous parking lot in sports entertainment. Facts. Can't wait for Dynamite tomorrow. Let's go. It's going to be insane. Thank God. I don't know. You mean like in lieu of this one? 3 out of 10. That's what he means. This show was not a 3 straight, Mike. And yes, you heard what I said. But let's be fair. Like a 3 is not even close. 7.5. This Knicks game is good. Keyshawn just fucking tuned right out. 7 out of 10 from Sean, 7.25 from MDB, giving out those knee pads. I'm kind of in that realm. It was a really good show as far as giving us more for Stand and Deliver. It built some stuff up. There's still some question marks. In ring tonight, maybe not as fun or as strong as it's been some other weeks. I'm kind of in that like 6.5, 7 range tonight.
Well, so pick a number. You can't go full.
I'll give him 7. I'll give him 7. Fine.
Fair enough. Then I'll go on the light side and go 6.5 with that because I'm kind of with you there.
I go 6.5. I go 6. What is this? Price is Right?
Exactly. 100%. Yeah, I want to see the showcase showdown, motherfucker.
Right.
But no, I'm with you. I'm close to exactly there. I feel like past almost like the first match. It felt like that was the high point, and then it might have not exactly like fell off, but it was going in a lower trend the whole rest of the way through and everything.
The wrestling,
go ahead.
The wrestling itself, I think so. But I do. I mean, like Julia comes back and gets in the mix, and then we have all this stuff with the North American title. I'm actually excited about the men's North American title, and I don't know if that's ever been a thing ever. So, I mean,
it's only been around for like 2 years. So,
right. But I mean, again, maybe Carmelo Hayes was the last time I gave a shit about the North American title.
Nice.
So, I mean, again, I like that Ricky Saints has it. I like that Ethan's going after him, but now we're going to get a number 1 contender because you got to earn it. We're not just going to give it to you. I got, Sol Ruka and Zarya. I like what's happening there. That match was it was okay. But Sol continues to be an absolute fucking stud. Yeah, Ren St. Clair against Izzy, nobody cared. But Izzy looked good. So yeah, I mean, mixed emotions. The main event was more about the angle and the fighting between the main eventers, which we're going to get, than it was about maybe this is Javon's breaking point of like, they abandoned me, I'm joining them. I don't know.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's just the show was not bad, but it felt like it was falling down a stairwell the whole time, if that makes sense.
I guess so. I mean, yeah, again, I think it just kind of flat in a lot of places, but tonight was a lot about that build, right? One more show. They got one more show before Stand and Deliver. So
one day more.
Right. 7.5. You think Ash and Heather defend at Stand and Deliver? No NXT or no TNA presence as yet. And I mean, it's getting late in the game, so I don't think so unless something happens this Thursday.
Yeah, that's what I was really surprised about of that. Roadblock was pretty much everything we got. I thought we were going to get at Stand and Deliver.
Fair enough, right? And I think that's I do think there's a little bit of like Stand and Deliver is our show. We want to give our talent that spot. We will have a show after Stand and Deliver that you're more than happy to join us. We did Roadblock before. We'll do something after, but thank you.
That just sounds so funny. Of like, this is just for us. If you would just so happen, if you want to be here, you're more than welcome to purchase tickets to this following event, but you're not welcome here.
Right. Remember, the Shield was WWE's third attempt to dominate faction. There was Nexus and the Core. The Core. Oh my God, the Core.
Oh, well, that came into our WrestleMania trivia and everything like that, and even got brought up in the John Cena court case. I do like this though from MDB. I almost want this to be now an original content thing,
bro. Like I almost want to do like the like the yodeler,
the yodeling dude and everything. We'll just have all the games, but yeah, no, I'm like, to me, it would be figuring out the value of wrestling merch.
Okay,
we guess higher or lower on the price of wrestling merch as currently listed.
Right, everything. Yeah, that takes some finagling.
I mean, we're just spitballing here,
right?
We're talking about men yodeling, my guy.
Everybody's music sucks. A lot of people's music sucks. Put it that way. I don't like going blanket statements. Again, I mean, we'll see what happens as Def Rebel disappears. If maybe when
Def goes deaf.
Yeah, and again, people reported that they were done. They're still here. People reported they were fired. They're still here. Again, we don't know. People just speculate based on like rumors out there in chat rooms. Don't fall for everything, folks.
There's more wrestling music right now that I don't recognize than there is that I do recognize.
Oh, it's true. It's so generic. So much of it's so generic. But Izzy being in the latter match is a tad questionable. I get what you're saying, Richard, but at the same time, if you don't, like I said about Dark State, if you don't put them in, they don't get in, right? So Izzy has a lot of talent, a big, strong lady. I mean, you need to get her in there, but oh, look, he cared. 5-star match. My guy. Stacks has no persona yet. He's got a bit of one, don't you think?
Stacks Mahomes, my guy.
Right? Izzy pulled up the pin. I got to see this replay. I'll check it out and let you know, Paul. Is there anything on Dynamite you're looking forward to, KJ and Nick? At the end. No, I'm really curious, guys, as we transition. I truly am curious at what all this fucking means. What do the Bucks mean? What does Moxley do? What's going to happen with Swerve and Pac? Like, why is this match happening? And what do I don't want to be pre-mad, but I truly don't understand the booking yet. So I want to know, like, does Jack Perry come back? A lot of people think that Josh Alexander's the wild card, but what if it's Jack Perry?
I think it very much could be. Like, I, on one hand, just want to see what the fallout is from Dynasty and everything, of what make sense with the Young Bucks showing up now and almost theoretically helping out John Moxley. Like, to me, that has to start the show. Everything else beyond that is almost a moot point. Right. Now this is the biggest talking point. We need to know what the Young Bucks are doing. Now, granted, is that a help to them, a feather in the cap, and they might call it macaroni, of if they're saying, you know, that now we show up at Dynasty, we've become the hottest discussion topic in the company out the gate here.
I mean, that would be the argument I would make if I was them. Like, well, at least you're talking about us.
If I was delusional, that's what I would do.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like, holy shit, like so-and-so, you know, it's not like a superstar heel showed up and cost Swerve. It was literally a level of apathy and moaning and groaning about this. It's their job to make it all fit. And again, just because there's some level of like, oh, they're telling a story, but if the story sucks, I don't give a fuck how good the ending is. So we got to figure this out, and I'm curious. But folks, we are back for that tomorrow. We are definitely here on Thursday for our WrestleMania preview show. Cannot wait for this one. Lots to get into. More matches added. I think we're at 13 now for Mania. Stand and Deliver's added matches. We might have to speculate and what would you say?
Procrastinate?
No, I don't want to procrastinate. We don't do that around here.
Pontificate?
Pontificate is the word I was looking for. We might have to do that a little bit on Thursday to fill in some of this card, but we will be here to break it all the way down. Of course, all your favorite wrestling, all your favorite shows. Plus, we're out there on social media. Go check out all our links below. And that's it, man. That's a NXT in the book. Tuesday done. Everyone stay happy, healthy, and safe. Go check out all the stuffs.
Often imitated, never replicated, often duplicated. Our shit is real, our shit is raw, our shit is all authentic. When you talk about that rest, you put that for life with it.
Come back tomorrow. We got an explosion. See you on the flip side. Good night.